Hi guys, if we're live, are we live?
Fais fructifier ton argent grâce à 2,4%.
Are we live? I don't know what's going on here. Guys, are we live? Are we live here? I don't know what's going on. Guys? Oh, thank you. Hi guys. If everyone can hear me and see me, can you hit me with a thumbs up emoji? Let me know if you guys can hear me and I'm visible and hearable before I start talking. Hi guys, just making sure you can hear me. Let me know in the chat before I start talking. Or else, okay. Okay, let me see. Huh? Can you hear me? I'm waiting for confirmation. I don't want to assume. Sometimes we have audio issues. Well, okay. Hi, guys. I hope you're having a good Sunday. It is what? It is, yes, it is Sunday. I hope you guys are having a good almost middle of the summer, I guess. We're in the middle of the summer. Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about life on the road. The nomadic life. Hi, Kukunda phone. Yeah. I wanted to talk travel like we usually do. Still, I'm looking for people saying, hey, I ask because sometimes we have audio issues, but it looks like you guys can hear me. So yeah, I wanted to talk about life on the road, and I wanted to talk about um, oh, it's Casey. Oh, well, hello, Casey. It's not my username. Okay. Well, hi, Casey. I'm dealing with a very low battery on my laptop, so we're only gonna live stream for like 45 minutes today, but that's okay. Yeah, I got a low battery, so that's okay. And so, yeah, I want to talk about life on the road, traveling. Oh, I have a new strategy, by the way. Um, I changed up how I'm going to be traveling. I have a new plan when it comes to this mission of me being on this goal of visiting every single country in the world, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now. But if you don't know, I'm on a mission to visit all the countries in the world. And so, yes, I will be taking a reroute. My original plan, because I've been to 135 countries so far, my original plan for 2025 was to finish Africa this year. I don't think that's going to happen, but um, no worries. I am going to be finishing other places first. So I'm going to be traveling around the Middle East for the next few months. I'm going to be finishing the Middle East first because Africa got way too difficult and very expensive. And so I'm just going to take my time with it. I'm not going to try to rush it the same way that I was trying to get the whole continent finished this year. And I just don't see that happening. It's really expensive. Like, it was going to cost me around $300,000 to finish Africa, and like, it was just way too hard. So I'm going to be finishing the Middle East, and I'm going to be finishing, there's a few countries very close to me that I need to finish. And then I might even finish the Caribbean first and then finish Africa. We'll see. So right now, I am putting Africa on hold. Just because it was getting too difficult. Way too difficult, way too expensive. And I tried to raise enough money to cover like the flights, and I didn't raise it. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to work on other areas. So I'm going to even hop over to the Caribbean so that I can finish the Caribbean. And then, yeah, I'll finish Africa in a few months. But my plan was to only travel Africa this year. That's not going to happen because it's just too expensive and too difficult. So, yeah, I'm going to be finishing up the Middle East. I have a couple countries in the Middle East I have never been to. Iraq, I've never been to Iraq. I've never been to Iran. I've never been to Uzbekistan or Tajikistan or Yemen or Syria. So I will be visiting all those countries literally in the next few months. And then I'll be finishing a couple countries here in Europe that I never counted. And then I might even hop over to the Caribbean, and then I will go back to do Africa. It almost took me out of here. It almost got me. Um, yeah. How long did it take me to get from 0 to 10,000 subscribers? I think it took me, um, I don't remember. Maybe like a month. Because I posted a video of me getting my hair done in China, and it kind of went viral very fast. So I think it took 1 month for me to get to from 0 to 10,000 subscribers. There's a hair on me. Yeah, 1 month, I think. It took from 0 to 10,000 subscribers. Oh, and I didn't mention what's going on here. Donation Jeopardy. We are doing Donation Jeopardy today, too. Fundraising for this goal of visiting all the countries in the world. So, am I going to finish Africa this year? No. Africa is not being finished this year. But there are still many other countries in the world that I need to get to. So, I'm going to finish the Middle East first because, like I said, I'm going to go to Iran and Iraq in the next few weeks. They're very easy to get to, and I'm not scared. I know there's like war stuff going on, but I don't care. I've been to active war zones before, and it doesn't bother me. I'm not scared. Plus, I have a friend who was just in Iran, and he told me that like everything's okay, like it's not a big deal. They're not really killing Americans or anything like that. And like all the bombs and all that stuff, like they're not affecting civilians. So, yeah, I'll be in Iran very soon. And like I said, Iraq, Syria, yeah, and then I'm gonna finish. There's a few countries in Europe, and then I might hop over to the Caribbean, and then yeah. Will you visit countries that you already? The where are you now questions always freak me out. They always freak me out, so I never usually answer the where are you now questions because of no offense, but there's like it freaks me out. Like I'm like, why do you want to know where I am? So I never usually say. Um, will you visit countries that you've already visited in the Middle East? Not right now. No, I'm focused on visiting all the countries I have not been to. Um, I will finish Africa, but not exclusively. Like my original plan was to only visit. Hi Kevin. Hi. My original plan was to only visit Africa this year. Like like finish the whole continent. It's too hard. I can't do it. You guys, I can't. It is so expensive. Like I can't do it. I physically, financially cannot do it. So I have to push Africa off. It's not like I can't finish a lot of Africa. I can do a lot of Africa, and I still am. But as far as finishing the continent, do you have $300,000 to help me out with? So, so yeah, I will be finishing. Kevin, how are you? It's been so long. It's been ages. I am very good. Still trying to figure out this goal of visiting every country. I will be in a new country though on Monday, so stay tuned because Monday I will be in my 136th country. Stay tuned. But yeah, my new goal now, or my new plan, is to finish up the Middle East. So I'm going to be going to Iran and Iraq very soon. And then I will be all by myself. You know, I'm the solo girl, so I'm going to Iraq first and then Iran or Iran. And I already have people there waiting for me. I met a girl on a flight one time on my way to China, and she's from Iran. And she said, if you ever want to come to Iran, hit me up and you can stay with my family. So I texted her and I was like, do you remember me? I was like, I really want to come to Iran. And I asked her, I said, do you think I'll be safe? And she said, girl, come over here. She said, stop listening to the media. And I'm like, right, right. And she's like, stop listening to the media. Come on. No civilians have died. You'll be perfectly fine. The bombings, they're not really just happening like in the streets, you know what I mean? So, and I've been to active war zones many times. I've been to Ukraine 3 times during active war, and war doesn't really just happen on the streets, you know what I'm saying? It happens in specific war zones. I can't wait to go to Iran. I literally am dying. And it's so cheap. Oh, these countries are costing me, oh my gosh, nothing in comparison to Africa. So I just kind of pushed Africa further back because it's just too expensive and too difficult. Um, how do you find places to stay, Airbnb and hotel? Um, I just go to the major cities usually in a country and just pick a hotel that has good reviews. But yeah, so I will be in my 136th country on Monday. Stay tuned for the vlog. I'm very excited to show you guys where I'm going on Monday. And then literally I'll be there for a week and then I'm going to go to my 137th country. We're getting back out there, you guys. I have spent enough time resting, I guess. So yeah, next week I'll be in my next country. And then I think I'm going to spend the remainder of the summer between cleaning up the Middle East and Europe, finishing all the countries here. Um, and then I might hop over to the Caribbean. I think I might hop over to the Caribbean, try to finish the Caribbean, and then hit Africa. We need to, it's just so expensive, so. But anyways, I'm simultaneously fundraising too. We're doing Donation Jeopardy today too, so if anyone wants to donate, the method is via the Cash App in the comments. Yeah, I am not giving up. I am still planning to finish this goal of visiting every country in the world by next summer, so full steam ahead. There are 195 countries in the world, and I've been to 135. Hi, Janet! The goal is to finish all of them by next summer. And although I don't think I can do all of Africa this year, like my original plan, I still will get it done. Just, it probably will take me a lot of next year to do it as well, you know, to kind of finish Africa. So we're going to finish the Middle East first. And I can't wait to go visit Iran and show what life is like in Iran and Iraq, which I have a lot of friends there. My brother used to live, well, he didn't used to live there. He went to war. He was in the army, in the US Army. My stepbrother, and he fought in Iraq. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. I hope God is blessing you, actually. How do you make sure of what to eat in other countries? Isn't the problem because of food poisoning? Don't talk to me. I can't talk about food poisoning yet because I'm still traumatized. I'm still traumatized because I got food poisoning 3 times this year. And food poisoning doesn't always mean that the food is poisoned. It just sometimes means that your stomach is not used to what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? So that can happen all the time when you're traveling, right? So it's one of the reasons I took a break, because I was getting food poisoning back to back, and it screws with your brain when you get food poisoning. Like, it's not just in your stomach, it like gets into your brain and like it drives you crazy. So yeah, I just try to eat the same things. I eat the same things every day, and I'm not a food blogger, so luckily I don't necessarily have to try all the foods when I'm traveling. You know, all the local foods, I don't have to try them. I do sometimes, but um, I'm kind of sticking to, you know, I try to stick to eating the same things and kind of drinking a lot of lemon water, you know what I'm saying? And my yogurt and all that good stuff. Just try your best. But sometimes you can't help it, and you just try your best to get well as soon as you possibly can. And I always think it's amazing that I've been to 135 countries and I've never run into a medical emergency that has been that well. I guess I did when I got the bad food poisoning in Egypt, but I was okay. You know, I was okay. It's not like I died, so. And I like to think that my immune system is very strong. I don't know if it is, but I hope it is. It probably is. Have a strong immune system. Going to all these countries. So yeah, I'm very excited, and that's the thing, you adjust, right? When you run into problems, you just adjust, you don't quit. So I've adjusted, and I will be I will be going to African countries this year, but not all of them. Like my original plan was to finish Africa. Yeah, not this year, but I will be finishing uh, the Middle East. I've been to a lot of the Middle East. Like I've been to Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, the Emirates, Egypt, um, Bahrain, Oman, but I've never been to Kuwait or Iran or Iraq. So I will be going to those countries. And Yemen. I'm very excited about Yemen. Are you going to miss Paris? Of course, I'm going to miss Paris. Of course, I always am in a perpetual state of missing Paris if I'm not in Paris. It's such a small little city, but it's just one of my favorite places on earth. So yeah, but I can't complain because I had time to enjoy it. So I gotta go finish this goal. The goal is not gonna finish itself. You know what I'm saying? I have to finish this goal of visiting every country of the world. I need to finish it. So I still do plan on finishing it by next summer. So yeah, the goal's got to get done. So even though I'm going to miss Paris, I'm going to be very excited when the numbers, every time I reach another number of me visiting that many countries, it's very exciting. It is very exciting to like reach another level of how many countries I've been to. It's actually, I still can't believe I've been to 135 countries. It's hard to believe because it's just insane. So, although, yes, I would love to stay in Paris and just, get my Greek yogurt every day and mind my business. That's very cozy and comfortable, but it's okay. The goals are so fulfilling, and although they're not easy, it's a goal that is going to be very fulfilling. So, and I'm trying to inspire people. You know what I'm saying? I very much am. As much as I like to be in Paris and do the little Greek yogurt thing and get my matcha, it's not very inspiring. I mean, it can be, but like I I want people to like watch my channel and like want to do something adventurous or like everybody goes to Paris. You know what I'm saying? Boring. It's just it's nothing new. It's nothing exciting. Everybody goes there, or a lot of people. It's the most traveled place on earth. Like I want to do things that make people that inspire people to do something they never in a million years ever thought they would want to do. You know what I'm saying? So the things that really excite me are when I go to the places that not a lot of people go to, and it's actually beautiful and nice, and those are my favorite kind of experiences. So I'm more excited about that. So yeah, very excited about. It's gonna be hot though. It's gonna be hot. But I'm heading to the Middle East. Heading back to the Middle East, and I'm gonna finish Europe. There's a couple things in Europe that I need to finish. Couple places here I need to finish. So a country I can't wait for is Yemen. I'm very excited about Yemen. I'm very excited about Iran. Like I said, I have friends in Iran, and they always tell me like, stop listening to the media. Iran is beautiful. Although I already knew that. I didn't think Iran was bad. I didn't think it was horrible. Um, but yeah. And I can't wait for Somalia. Some girl came up to me the other day. I was in a grocery store. She came up to me and she's speaking to me in some language. I don't know what she's talking about. And I'm looking at her like, what? And she's like, oh, you're not Somali? She thought I was Somali. I was gassed for about 15 minutes. It was a girl from Somalia, and she had assumed that I was Somali. And I was like, you think I'm Somali? I was like, I am not. But I cannot wait to go to Somalia. And I told her I was going to Somalia, and she looked at me like, "You are? You're not from there? Why are you going there?" Because not a lot of people go there. um, I feel you, but just so you know, like eating Greek yogurt and matcha is also inspiring for health purposes. Aw, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm very glad you think so. Um, and you're right. I definitely have a passion for health stuff too. I realize as time goes on how passionate I am about healthy eating, and you should see me when I'm in the grocery store. Like I'm a menace. Like I know every time I walk into the grocery store, like the people in there, they're like, "Oh God, here she comes," because like I'm in there like, "Don't buy that." I'm looking at people like, "Don't buy that oat milk." No, I'm like yelling at people, telling them to put back the flavored yogurt. I'm like, "Get the Greek yogurt." No, don't buy that. No. I'm like getting on people's nerves. They're like, if she doesn't leave us alone. I'm like, no, don't get the oat milk. It's not good for you. Hi, Jason. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. But we'll see. We'll see when I get back to Africa. It could be in 2 months. It could be in 3 months. Um, but I'm pushing it back a little bit. Pushing it back. I was trying to raise, was it 30K? I was trying to raise 30K to help me with the flights around Africa, but it's okay. We didn't raise it, and that's perfectly fine. Um, so it just means that I'm just doing Africa later, and I'm going to finish the Middle East, which is too easy. Too easy to travel to all of the Middle East and all of Europe. Very inexpensive. Still expensive, but in comparison to trying to finish Africa, which was going to cost me about $300,000, it's about a quarter of that. So definitely still, what I mean by too easy, what I mean, I'm just comparing it to Africa. I don't necessarily mean it's like easy, but not even half as expensive as trying to visit Africa, like a quarter. So yeah, we're just pushing Africa back a little bit. Just pushing it back and gonna finish the Middle East, and then I might pop over to the Caribbean, but I know that it's hurricane season. So I definitely don't want to go there and then it just rains all day. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see when I get to the Caribbean, but I might head over to the Caribbean because I haven't been to the Caribbean yet. I need to finish all those countries. So maybe I'm gonna wait for hurricane season to be over though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it was so nice to have a little pit stop in Paris. I needed it, but it's done. It's time to get back on the road, baby. So yeah, that little Paris thing is over. I'm back on the road and I'm very excited. Let me see here. Hmm? Yeah. Would you visit Sudan? Would I visit Sudan? Do you know what this channel is about? Would I visit Sudan, really? Of course, because I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. I'm visiting all the countries in the world. So I would visit every country. If it exists, yeah, of course. That's the mission. I'm on a mission to visit every. I always assume everybody knows this, but they don't. That's okay. I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. That is what this YouTube channel is about. I have been on this mission to visit every country in the world for 7.5 years. I've been to 135 countries. It all started when I moved to China and I became obsessed with traveling and with other parts of the world. So, yeah, I would visit Sudan because it's a country and I want to visit all of them. Yeah, Sudan's a country, we're going, baby. And I always say that when you live abroad all the time, like literally 99.99999% of my life, I'm in a foreign country by myself, you just don't get afraid of anything anymore. Like, there's very few things that I'm afraid of. It does not scare me. People always try to scare me about certain countries. Oh, Maryjane, don't go here. I heard about this place. Oh, okay. I don't care. I literally think that there's no such thing as, well, no, no, no. I don't want to say that. There's definitely danger that should be avoided in the world, But I think that there's no such thing as like protecting yourself from disaster. Disaster could strike anywhere, anytime, you know? So I don't mean that you should just get up and go to an active war zone, but like none of us really know, you know what I'm saying? Like, according to what people say is why did you say LOL? According to what people say is dangerous and what people say isn't dangerous, usually isn't very accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I learned when I went to Afghanistan. Like, I always tell people, like, if you want your brain to change, go to Afghanistan because it is inevitable. Your brain will change. But I always tell people, if you want a brand new way of seeing the world, go to Afghanistan because you're going to notice all the lies that are just like, it's like hard to believe that like we can just live in a world full of lies that just aren't true and everyone believes them. Like, Afghanistan is a land of terrorists and the Taliban are terrorists and it's just a very dangerous, horrible place on earth. And you go there and it's like the most peaceful, beautiful, kind, happy, content people. And you're just like, what? And the women aren't being oppressed and the women aren't being harassed and they live regular old lives like we do and they have 9 to 5 jobs like we do. And I remember when I first got to Afghanistan, I needed to get data for my phone. That's one of the first places we stopped. We put the luggage in the hotel to drop my luggage off, and the first place that I went to when I was in Afghanistan was to get data so I could use my phone. We stopped at a phone vendor, a phone place, and I walked in and I said, "Do I have to speak Arabic or do they know English?" And my translator said, "They know English and just talk to them." And there was 3 girls behind the counter, which I was told that women weren't allowed to work in Afghanistan. Another lie. And there's 3 girls sitting behind the counter, and I was like, "Hi, I'm from the U.S. and I want phone service." And they're like, "Okay, how much?" And I was like, "Give me this." We're having a regular conversation, and they're like, just the nicest people ever. And I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. I was like, we're told in the US, I literally said to the girls, I'm like, we're literally told that the women here are oppressed, that you can't go to school, that you can't drive, that you can't have a job, that you literally are like slaves. And the girls were looking at me like, really? They're like, no, we're regular people. They're like, we're poor, but that's about it. Like, the country's poor, but uh it's not like anyone's oppressed, they just don't make a whole lot of money. So maybe the average household in Afghanistan An average household might make $500 a year. Husband and wife, they might pull in $500 a year, but there's nothing wrong with them, and they're not horrible people. And that's only the case because I don't want to get controversial, but we, the United States, takes everything from Afghanistan. It's not even okay. They have these poppy fields, which no other country in the world has poppy fields, which is what you make drugs from, unfortunately, um, like Afghanistan. And there's just these miles and miles and miles of poppy fields, and literally they're owned and guarded by the United States. Why do you think that is? Uh, and they have natural gold in the ground as well as gas. It's all owned by the United States. They don't make any profit from the gas they have or the natural minerals they have underneath their land. It's all owned. Before it was owned by the United States, it was owned by the Soviet Union, Russia. So they've never owned any of their wealth. But other than that, they're not terrorists. I mean, they didn't do anything besides try to defend their own country. So, yeah, anyways, I just always tell people if you want to kind of get a new way of seeing things, you might want to take a trip to Afghanistan. And looking at the world right now, it's one of the safest places. I saw that the other day. I saw a commercial saying like, take a trip to Afghanistan. Like, there ain't no drama over here. Y'all the ones bombing each other. They're like, we're chilling. Um, yeah, Nigeria would be cool. Would be cool, but I'm not going there yet because when I go to West Africa, I plan on visiting like all of West Africa all at once. So, yeah, not yet, but soon. I would love to just visit like literally the entirety of West Africa all in like 1 month, 1 or 2 months. Just one country after another after another. Because there's a lot of countries over there. So, yeah, that's the plan. So, I'm very much still, like I said, I will be in my next country on Monday. Stay tuned. I will be in country 136 on Monday. Um, yes, and then I'll be in country 137 on Friday next week. So yeah, I'm visiting two brand new countries next week is what I'm saying, and I'm very excited because these were not a part of the plan. My plan originally was to go back to Africa and try to finish it. I had to think of a new plan because I couldn't financially do that. I could not finish. My plan was to finish the entire continent of Africa this year, which was costing me somewhere around $500,000. I couldn't do it, so I said, no worries. We're going to push off Africa just a little bit, and I'm going to finish up the Middle East, and I'm going to finish up Europe, and I'm going to finish up. Yeah, there's like little countries here and there I need to get to. I need to get to Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. I need to get to Pakistan. I need to get to Iran and Iraq and Saudi and Yemen and Cyprus. So those are all the countries I'm going to this summer. Hi, Lima. How's Colombia going? My girl is in Colombia, having the time. I'm very jealous. I'm thinking of the food. Yummers. I'll be 1 year older when you get to those two countries. Birthday 3 days from now. Oh, happy pre-birthday. Happy almost birthday. Yes, I'm visiting two brand new countries next week. I'm so excited. They're little tiny countries that I don't even think most people know they exist because they're so tiny. Like if I said to you right now which two countries I'm going to next week, you would probably say, I never heard of that country before because they're so tiny, nobody even knows they exist. Yeah, well, most people, if you're a geography person, you know they exist, but if you're not a geography person, you would probably have never even heard of these countries because they're tiny and not very well known. Just saying. So yeah, I'll be there next week, and then we're getting back on the road. I've been in Paris long enough. I'm back on the road to finish these countries, so it's going to be very exciting. Yeah, in Pakistan, I'm really excited about Pakistan. I'll be in Pakistan very soon. I can't believe I've never been to Pakistan. Yeah, be in Pakistan and Iraq. I have never been to Bhutan, so I will be going there as well. I've never been to the Maldives. I'll be going there as well. All these countries I am going to finish within the next couple of months. All the little countries, boom, here and there, here and there. I've never been to. I've been to Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, but never to Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Pakistan. So I'll be finishing those two. Yes, there will be one last Paris vlog, but the Paris chapter is coming to a close. I need to finish these countries. Hi! With that being said, I'm still very much fundraising. Today I'm raising money for flights. If anyone wants to help me with this goal of visiting all countries in the world, I still plan on finishing next summer. If my plan goes right, I still think I can finish next summer. I have 60 more countries to get to. So, yeah, 60 more countries. I will have finished this goal of visiting every country in the world, which is so exciting. It feels so close, but so far, but so close, but so far. Because Africa is going to be. That continent is so difficult to travel. It's going to be. It's going to take everything out of me to finish Africa. So it doesn't feel like I have. Like, it still feels like I have a long way to go. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to celebrate yet, you know? Because there's still a long way to go. But yeah, 60 more countries, and I plan to visit them all between now and next summer. So by next summer, we should be able to finish this goal. So if anyone wants to help, I'm fundraising today. I'm trying to raise 500 for flights, to help with flights. Yeah, so there's all these different amounts. This is we play Donation Jeopardy. So hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Yeah, playing Donation Jeopardy. If anyone wants to donate, the method is via the Cash App. It's in the comments. It's pinned at the top, and nobody has donated as of yet. So if you want to be the first person, that would be so awesome. And I'm gonna do a celebration song because everyone knows I can sing very well. But yeah, I'm excited, and that's what you do, right? When something gets complicated or hard, you don't stop. You just you find a different way. You find a different route. You know what I'm saying? So I will go to a lot of Africa this year, but I'm not going to be able to finish the whole continent. And that's okay. I'm very excited about finishing other continents. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. Just pivoting a little bit. It's going to make life so much easier. It might even make this challenge happen a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to wait for as many visas. There's so many visas I'm still waiting for, that some visas I've applied for I don't even hear back for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like Sudan, that visa can take up to 3 months to get approved for. Same with Somalia and just a lot of places. The visa application process can be arduous. So while all that cooks up, we're going to hit the other countries. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, next I'll be in country 135 on Monday. I'm very excited. I'm 130. No, I'm sorry. I'll be in country 136 on Monday. Hi, Maya. Happy Sunday. Hello. I love hello when it's spelled with an A. Hello. Yeah. It'll be a good time. Yes, I'll be in my next country on Monday. I'm so excited. I'm very excited to show you guys because I don't think anybody goes to this country that I'm going to. Literally, nobody goes. So, I don't even think a lot of people know it exists. Very exciting. Oh, and I'm going back to, I'll tell you about this one. I'm going back to Italy in 2 weeks because there's a country in Italy that I've never been to. There's two countries inside of Italy. One country is Vatican City, that's an actual country that is separate from Italy. I've been to Vatican City, that exists inside of Italy. There's another country inside of Italy. It's called San Marino. Did anybody know about that country? I've never been there. Yeah, it's an actual country inside of Italy. And I've never been, so I need to go to San Marino. It's the size of a town, but for some reason it's a country. So I need to go back to Italy so I can visit San Marino. But yeah, Italy has two countries inside of it, which is really cool. I've been to Italy, but never been to San Marino, so I need to go visit that country before I leave here. But that's not the country I'm going to next week, though. The two countries I'm going to next week, I'm not saying. So you just gotta stay tuned. You gotta stay tuned. I have not been to Australia yet. I was watching a video of Australia. I can't wait because they have like the Aboriginal people, and I was watching a video about that today. I can't wait because when I go to Australia, I'm going to be visiting the Aboriginals, and they still keep their old way of life around, so I'm very excited about that. And they have really beautiful hair. Just a side note. So, I plan on going there and learning from them. It's all going to be all too exciting. Very exciting. And yeah. There was like 1,400 flights that were canceled in this last week to Paris, which is crazy. I learned that people have been canceling flights because people, one, are so scared to fly that last minute they're backing out of their flights, which is crazy. People are so afraid to get on an airplane, which is, I mean, I understand it's a big fear, but I didn't know how big of a fear it was, and it's only gotten worse. People think that a plane is going to be shot down or something like that. So people are like literally canceling their flights, even if it's just to Paris, which is like mind blowing. So there's like 1,400 flights that were canceled because Paris has felt so empty, and Paris never feels empty in the summertime. Paris is usually crazy in the summer. I mean, like crazy packed with the tourism. And it's been quiet. And I literally was like, why is Paris? I love how quiet it is, by the way. I love it. But I was like, I've been to Paris many times in the summer, and it usually is exhaust. You know, it's ridiculous, the tourism. And I've learned that people have been canceling their flights and canceling their trips because they're so afraid of traveling right now. And I'm like, also a lot of the air traffic controllers have been going on strike. Um, so yeah. What about New Zealand? What about New Zealand? What are you asking about New Zealand? Uh, you're scared of Australia because of spiders. I don't get it. What do you mean you're scared of Australia because of spiders? What does that mean? There's spiders in Australia, but there's spiders in the United States too. There's spiders everywhere. Are you saying that there's more in Australia? And then, but you would only encounter these spiders if like you're out in the wild, like the big. I assume you're talking about the big scary ones. I know they have big spiders, but not just everywhere. It's not like they have like big spiders like everywhere at all times. It's like if you're going to Sydney, Australia, you're not going to encounter any giant spiders, or like Melbourne, the city. It's like if you're in the bush. You don't have to go to the bush. You can go to the cities, Sydney or Brisbane, which is more of a beach area, or there's plenty of places to see in Australia. But I know they have giant spiders in the bush. I don't like spiders, but uh, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I feel like Australia is a vibe. Curious. Hi. Curious, where are you? Where curious. Where are you safer and feel at like I'm home? Paris, Japan. See, I don't have there's something that happens in your brain when you literally have been traveling for 7 years without stopping like me, and always by yourself. It's almost like I don't have this sensation where I don't feel safe, if that makes sense. Like I never feel not safe. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel like for example, when I was in Zambia and the spiders were attacking me, I was very what's the word? Uncomfortable, but I wasn't like I have never felt like I'm not safe. Like I don't know. Maybe that's why I do this mission. I'm just not afraid of anything. There's something that doesn't click in my brain sometimes to make me feel um no, disassociating is different because somebody feeling safe would have to be in their mind anyways. It's something that exists in your head. One person can be holding a snake and the other person can be holding a snake. One person is freaking out, the other person isn't. One person can be on an airplane and having a panic attack. One person can be on an airplane and be at peace. So the idea of safe is an idea in the first place. I know disassociating is a psychological issue. What I'm saying is we're talking about safety. We weren't talking about disassociating. We were talking about the question was, where do I feel most safe? And my response was, I don't ever feel unsafe. But good question. Thank you so much, Vegas Strong. I don't ever feel unsafe. But I remember when I was in Ukraine, this was not in 2024. No, it was in the beginning of 2024. I was in Ukraine and there were missiles coming, and literally there were like sirens going off, and saying that there's airstrikes coming from Russia. And I remember there's some guy bangs on my door and he's looking at me like this and he's like, "Are you scared?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "You literally saying that you're not scared is like making me feel uh like I'm not scared." And I was like, "I'm just not scared. I just think God takes care of me. I know he takes care of me." I'm like, "He's not going to let me go out like this." And when I do go out, it'll be my time. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when the airstrikes were coming down in Ukraine, we did have to go to. I have it on the vlog. I put it on the vlog. On if you guys look at my Ukraine vlogs, you'll see it. But I was chilling, and the guy in the room next door, he's like, "You're not scared?" And I'm like, "No." And nothing happened. Literally, the sirens went off for about 3 hours and then they stopped. And then they said, "You can go back to your hotel room now." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And everyone, it's so crazy in Ukraine. Like, there'll be like these missiles, not missiles, but like airstrike warnings. And it's like they happen so often that nobody reacts. So, like, I remember the next day I was at a coffee shop and there were like the air raid sirens going off and nobody reacted. Literally, nobody reacted. Like, everyone was just like, because they happen so often. So I was like, if the Ukrainian people are not scared, I'm not scared. So, anyways, I always feel safe. I always know that God protects me, and um, that freaking out doesn't make a situation better, or it only makes a situation worse. So, but I do feel most at home in Paris, and I love uh, Japan. Uh, yeah, most of the war in Ukraine is happening like on the border. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not like missiles are just flying everywhere. Like they're happening in the war zone, if that makes sense. Even though missiles will come to the city, they shoot them down. You know what I'm saying? So even the missiles that were coming to Kiev where I was, they shoot the missiles down. So they never hit. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah. Kiara, you are literally like killing the vibe. You need some matcha or something, like some chamomile tea. You're bypassing the question, which again is a sign of a disassociation. Okay. Then I disassociate. I love it. It's called trust. It's called peace. Um, Give yourself just a 3 week break and go home. It's so much not normal today. I am home though. I'm home. That's what I did. That's what I did here in Paris. I took a break. About 3 weeks exactly. I took a break. Um, and I also did in November, December, and January. I was with my grandma in Japan. That was also a break. Hi, Pakavelli. Um, uh, oh, hi, Micah. Micah's here. Micah's here. Agree, freaking out does make a situation worse. It totally does. Just get on an airplane and wait till turbulence hits. I love being on airplanes when there's turbulence because you see a big extreme between people who care and people who don't. Like, I was on the plane ride coming from Ethiopia. When I flew from Ethiopia to Paris, there was a lot of turbulence. Like, literally, the whole flight was turbulence. And there were about 6 people who were losing their minds, and uh, they were freaking out the whole flight. One girl even threw up, and you could tell that they probably, it was maybe their first time flying, and the rest of us literally were like, this is nothing. And I remember one person tapping me on the shoulder and being like, is this normal? And I'm like, it's incredibly normal. I guess it was her first time flying. And she's like, is this normal? I'm like, you have no idea. This is very normal. Everything's okay. Everything's happening in our brains, anyways. Like, us perceiving if we're safe or not um, is totally in our minds. So, um, all the situations where I could have been freaking out and I did or didn't, um, Kiara, you're getting on my nerves. Why are you here? I'm blocking you. Bye. Yeah. But all the situations where I could have freaked out and I didn't, I'm so happy that I stayed calm, if that makes sense. Freaking out doesn't help anything at all. And I don't want to live my life afraid. That's what 99.9% of people are doing. I'm good. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be um, scared of everything. Even my friend was texting me yesterday. She was so scared to text a guy. And I'm like, just text him. What are you so afraid of? Like, people are so afraid of everything. Even if you end up with a bad result, who cares? You know what I'm saying? My one friend, she's like, I'm so scared to text this guy I like. I'm like, just text him. She's like, well, what if he doesn't like me? Then he doesn't like you. You'll find out, right? But I'm so scared. Live a little, okay? We're too afraid of stuff. Just go for it, baby. It could turn out bad, but there's only one way to find out. that's that's one I was when I was sitting in the airport boarding the flight. It's funny because when I was on my way to Paris from Ethiopia, there was a lot of people waiting for the flight, and someone was saying, do you think there's going to be turbulence on this flight? I was like, there could be. There very well, and there was. And the person was saying, I hope there's no turbulence on this flight. I'm very scared of turbulence. I'm like, whether there's turbulence or there's not turbulence, there's only one way to find out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, we got to get to a point where we're just not in perpetual fear all the time, you know. And I enjoy. You guys know I'm a professional skydiver. I love adrenaline. I love it. I love when I'm like on the edge of my seat, not really sure what's gonna happen. It's exciting. It's very exciting. Not, I don't mean uh, about danger though. I don't mean when it's associated with danger. I just mean in life in general. It's exciting to not know how everything is gonna turn out. If we knew how everything was gonna turn out, life would be so boring. With everything. With how our life is going to turn out, with how our relationships are going to turn out, with how our business ventures are going to turn out. Everything. How many kids we're going to have or not have, or what, you know, everything is a mystery. You know, every unlived day is a mystery, and that is exciting. We don't have to know everything. And we don't have to be in a perpetual state of, what if this goes wrong? That's not how I'm going to live my life. And it's gotten me through 135 countries. I have been to both Belize and Bali. What are the prices of the hotels in Paris, and are there any discounts in the summer? How? Let me check here. Oh, we got a donation. Pacavelli, you are literally, you kicked us off. Thank you so much. You usually stop in here and donate. Thank you so much. Uh, are you still here? Sorry, I didn't say thank you immediately. I didn't see it. Are you in the chat? Thank you, Pacavelli. I hope I'm saying your name right. For the donation! You're helping me with this goal of visiting all the countries in the world, which, if you guys didn't know, that's what I was doing. It's what I'm doing. I'm trying to visit all 195 countries in the world by myself. It's very fun. It is very challenging at the same time. In every possible which way that it could possibly be difficult, it is. And I asked, I'm not saying ChatGPT it knows everything, but I asked ChatGPT, what is harder, to climb Mount Everest or to visit every country in the world? And ChatGPT said it's harder to visit every country in the world. And I agree. It would have been easier to climb Mount Everest, but we're already here. And also, I asked ChatGPT which is more dangerous, to climb Mount Everest or to visit every country in the world, and it said visit every country in the world is more dangerous than climbing Mount Everest. So there's that. That is what's going on. So yeah, all the countries, and I hope to finish by next summer. If everything goes to plan, we will finish by next summer, or maybe even a little bit sooner than next summer. Finish this goal of visiting every country in the world, because we've come so far already. Already 135 countries have been visited. So yeah, it's going to be very cool. It's going to be very awesome. It's going to be really, really, really cool. Um, the name Darkness is kind of dark. Um, I have a guide. I have a whole guide about parasol tails. Yeah, but Pachelbel. I unfortunately did he. I'm trying to say thank you to Pachelbel, but I think he left. I think I was too late. I'm sorry. Pachelbel, the username Pachelbel. Thank you so much. Um, Hi, have fun for your trip. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Which trip? Oh, you mean the whole thing? Well, thank you very much. I'm like, which one? We're doing every country in the world. I want a perpetual trip. Thank you. Oh, you're here. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed the donation. Thank you. I'm so grateful. It wasn't one of these amounts, so I won't rip one of them down, but uh, yeah, thank you. We're playing Donation Jeopardy. No, the board's falling down. I had to like do a little jerry rigging here because I did not know where to put this sign. Oh, on Monday. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to my 136th country on Monday. I'm so excited. It'll be so exciting because I don't think you guys know what this country is. I really don't. I don't think you know the country. It's a very random country that most people don't even know exists. So, and then I'll be going to my 137th country on next Friday. New country on Monday and Friday. So yeah, and then 5 new countries in August. So yes, we're getting back on the road, baby. We're getting back on the road. Things are going to start moving very fast so that I can finish this goal. I'm ready. I feel like I had my downtime to soak up the matcha and the Greek yogurt. Not that those things will stop, but they're not available in every country, you know what I'm saying? But we did the little cute thing, the relaxation. It's time to hit the road, Jack. So I can finish this goal of visiting every country in the world. But yeah, um, still could use a lot of help. So if anyone wants to help with this mission of visiting all the countries, it would be so much appreciated. We are doing Donation Jeopardy in this live stream. What does that mean? It's what I call this very awesome game that kind of looks, you know, listen, we're a work in progress. I'm going to talk to the maintenance team so we can get something a little bit more professional tomorrow. But anyways, we're playing Donation Jeopardy. All these different amounts we have, and then if somebody donates that specific amount, I'll take the post-it note down and I'll do what it says underneath. There's little stuff underneath, which is cool. So yeah, if anyone wants to get us started, Pachelbel started us off with the donations, but it wasn't one of these amounts. So still so appreciated though. But yeah, and if we finish this whole chart, then it will have raised 500 in this live stream. Lemon water. And yes, I eat the lemons inside. Delicious. Oh, I don't think I answered the question about the Paris hotels. The prices in the hotels in Paris vary. It depends on when you book it. See, the thing about most people, when they come to Paris, they're booking their trip probably 6 months to a year in advance. So if you book your trip to Paris anywhere between 6 months and a year in advance, you can get your hotel very affordable, from $80 a night up to, it depends on what you want. Some people stay in, there's lots of different neighborhoods in Paris. There are neighborhoods that are very fancy, like the Latin Quarter, the Sixth Adornment, the 10th Adornment, the 17th Adornment. These adornments are very, very, very fancy, very nice, very cutesy, very uppity. They're expensive. You can stay in kind of the hood. There is hoods in Paris. So if you stay like in the hood in Paris, it's very cheap because these places are very dangerous. Um, you can stay in the hood in Paris, and um, it's cheap. It's like $30 a night, $40 a night. Um, yeah, it depends on where you stay, when you go, what your vibe is, what you want to do. So I can't really give uh, like how much our um, is Paris answer, because it could be anywhere from really expensive to quite affordable. And then it depends on what you're doing as well. Um, Once you're done visiting all the countries, have you given it any thought on where you'll settle down? And would you buy a home or rent or buy an RV? Would I buy an RV? I don't think I would buy an RV because um, I don't like to drive. I like to drive, but yeah, the hostels are very cheap in Paris and very popular. A lot of people stay in the hostels in Paris. It's quite a popular thing. And they're quite affordable. $30 a night, about $30 a night, but you do share a room with multiple people. But some people really like that. And they're quite clean. I know of a good hostel in Paris. It's called Generator. That one is very nice. But yeah, of course, I've given thought to my life next year because I'll finish this goal next year. So, of course, I have given thought to my life. And yes, although I will settle down, quote unquote, I'm never going to stop traveling. Traveling is my profession. Um, as well as it's a hobby, it is my job. It is making videos of travels is my job. So, of course, I'm still going to travel because I want to. Um, but just a lot. I can travel without being on a mission to visiting every country in the world, obviously, right? That's what most people are doing. So, yeah, I'm still going to travel though. But yes, I plan on. So, my grandma lives in Japan. I visited her. If you guys didn't watch my video, um, I have a video staying with her. She asked me to buy her house. She wants to give it to me. She said, I'll give it to you at whatever price you want it. She very much wants to sell her house to me. she said only me she wants to sell it to because she built the house on her own, so it's very sentimental to her, but she doesn't want to live there anymore. So I will probably buy that house, but I won't live there. But sometimes I will live there, maybe. And I'm gonna get married to my boyfriend, and we're gonna have kids, and yeah. But I'm not into the RV thing. To the van, that's not me. No, 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 no. The RV life, the van life thing, although it's really cool to look at from afar, I can't do the van life stuff. I don't really like to be in really small spaces, if that makes sense. I'm claustrophobic. I'm very claustrophobic. So like when I look at those van life videos, I'm like, how do they do that? Anyways, you're just curious, but do you have like travel health insurance? I'm thinking of whether to get it and which is the best at traveling. Yes, I don't have travel health insurance like in a broad sense, but I do have it in certain countries. So I have health insurance in Dubai, and if anything were to ever happen to me, which has happened before, I would just fly to Dubai and go to my doctors in Dubai, which I have done before. When I got really bad food poisoning, when I was in Egypt, I left Egypt and just flew to Dubai. Um, but yeah, if anything ever happened to me, I have health insurance in Dubai. So that's where my doctor's is. But I don't know about broad travel health insurance. Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I've never had like a broad sense, but some countries make you purchase travel insurance. You know what I'm saying? When you're traveling there, like you literally have to. Like when I went to Afghanistan, I had to purchase travel health insurance. Uh, Hi. But yeah, every country has like different qualifications depending on what country you're coming from. Um, but yeah, I've been traveling. I'm very happy to say I've been traveling for years and years and years, and nothing. I've never had like a health emergency. Of course, it could happen anytime, but I've never had like a serious health emergency. So I have had an emergency root canal. I needed a root canal like 2 years ago, and I just go to Dubai. My doctor is there, but it's an American doctor in Dubai. Yeah, hope that makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. And when I get married, I guess I would just mesh my, yeah, kind of, you know, kind of a little personal topic, but. Even I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. I've realized that it's kind of, unless it's like immediately. This is something I've learned about myself as well. I haven't learned it about myself. I've always known this about myself, but unless I'm going somewhere immediately, my travel plans are going to change. So it's kind of a very, for myself as well, it's kind of a very useless question to ask when I'm going to be somewhere. Because 99.9999999% of the time, I always change up my plan. Like I'll have a whole plan about how I'm going here, and then it changes. Like it always changes, unless it's like immediately. So like yeah, I am going somewhere on Monday. That's immediately, so that's not going to change, right? But as far as like the far out future, it's almost useless to for me to say this is where I'm going to be on at this time at this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to change. It always changes. Like I wasn't even supposed to come to Europe this year. How did that happen? Because things are never when you're trying to visit every single country in the world, and that is my broad goal. My end game goal is to finish visiting all the countries, no matter how I get it done. I don't care if it's in this order or that order or that order or this order. The plan is to finish. So I don't really care which country I go to next. I care about getting the goal finished. I'm just trying to do it in a way that makes the most sense and is the easiest thing for me. Right, Lima? Right? I'm like, is something like literally, I'm like, it's almost like plan A for me never happens. I can have a plan A. I could think it's the best plan. I can think that, oh, this is so well planned, and some wrench gets thrown in the mix, and I'm like, oh, that ain't happening. Okay, we need to come up with another plan here. So, yeah. So it's I don't really ever like to say in again unless it's immediate like next week. Yeah, I'm going somewhere next week. That is happening. But as far as like the far out future, like anything more than a month away, I don't know because things are always changing. I have plans, but they can get changed like this, and they always do. So, uh, and simultaneously, one of the biggest hurdles for me this year was there's a lot of visas that um, was taking me a long time to apply for and to hear back from, and then all the vaccinations, which was really arduous. But when am I done traveling? Like when am I done traveling? What do you mean when am I done? I don't ever think I'll be done traveling. Do you mean when am I finished my goal of visiting every country in the world, or do you mean when am I done traveling? I'll never be done traveling. But if you mean when do I finish my goal, again, it's going to go back to the same thing I just said. I can have a plan all I want. It could change. Even for me going to Afghanistan, I literally was laying in bed one day, and then Afghanistan just came to my mind out of nowhere. I was like, when am I going to go to Afghanistan? Literally, it came to me out of nowhere. This is how I went to Afghanistan. I started contacting some people um, that I knew could help me with the process. And I like looked it up, and it said, I looked up like, can Americans go to Afghanistan? And it said no. I literally took a taxi down to the Afghanistan. I was in Dubai. I took a taxi down to the Afghanistan embassy, knocked on the door. Uh, they said, yes, can I help you? I said, I am trying to go to Afghanistan. And they said, okay, apply for a visa. And I said, aren't Americans not allowed in? They said, yeah, but you can still apply. I applied. They got back to me in 48 hours. They said, you have been approved. Your visa going to Afghanistan has been approved. Do you want us to get you a flight? I said, can you get me a flight right now? They said, yeah. I said, how soon? They said, as soon as tomorrow. I said, I can be in Afghanistan tomorrow? They said, yes. Literally went to the mall, got a hijab, and in a because you have to cover yourself as a female. I got a hijab and the proper clothes. I was on the flight the next day to Afghanistan. That literally happened within 3 days. I had no plans at all of going after. Well, I knew I was going to go eventually, but that happened within 3 days. That I was from going from zero to Afghanistan in 3 days. So yeah, as far as plans and trying to visit every country in the world, there's no schedule. So I really can't answer the questions about when I'm going to be here and when I'm going to be there. I have no idea. I could be somewhere next week or I could be somewhere next year, you know. Sometimes I'll have a plan to go somewhere next year and it happens next week or the opposite. But as far as my plan that I have right now, I'm going to be finishing up the Middle East this summer. I have a lot of countries to get to in the Middle East and they're just way too easy to get to. You know, Iran and Iraq and Pakistan and Yemen and Uzbekistan and Tajikistan and Turkmenistan and Saudi, Kuwait, Syria. I have to finish these countries. And they're just the simplest process ever of getting there. Yeah. And we're going to keep, one thing I'm continuing to do is fundraise though, because I am still trying to, the biggest, wow, the visas were hard and annoying, but Africa is just insanely expensive, insane. And it's like a jigsaw puzzle that I was trying to figure out a way to finish the continent this year and it not cost $300,000. But it's just difficult. But anyways, I am still going to finish the continent. Uh, I just I just don't know how I would try to finish that. If I had gone back with my original plan, gone back there and tried to visit another 30 countries, it would have ended badly and been so ridiculously expensive. So, anyways, yeah, like I said before, I do not care what order I finish all of these countries in. It does not matter to me what order. I want to get the countries finished. It would be nicer to get the hardest countries done first, but I really don't care. Like I said, I just want to get them done. And so I'm just excited about going to any country as I am any country. If I haven't been, I'm excited to go. So, um, yeah, I think I kind of answered the question, I think. And I'm simultaneously very much fundraising still, very much trying to raise money to help me with this goal as much as I possibly can. I think flights alone for me finishing this goal is going to cost me something like $60,000 just the flights. Oh, just the flights. So, yeah, still very much fundraising. If anyone wants to help with the goal of visiting all the countries in the world, it would be so appreciated. The donation method is in the comment section. If you look at the top, it's pinned. It's my Cash App. Anything is so appreciated, but if it's one of these amounts, I'll rip the post-it note down and there's like stuff written on the underside of each amount that I'll do written underneath. And yeah, it's like donation jeopardy. So uh, we've come close to finishing. I still think it's possible finishing the whole chart in a live stream. It would be so helpful and so appreciated, and each donation is a little bit it helps me take another step forward with this goal. So very appreciated, and we are totally going to finish this next year. It's gonna happen in 2026. I don't have a day. I can't give you a day, but it's gonna happen in 2026. I think I need a year. I think I need a year to finish this. 60 more countries to go. There are 195 countries in the world. With 7.5 years of traveling, I have been to 135 countries. I was drawing a blank. There are 60 more countries I need to get to before finishing this goal of visiting every country in the world. Every country in the world, baby. So, yeah, we're back on the road. Back on the road. We're going to start knocking down new countries one by one starting Monday. And I'm very excited because there's so many beautiful countries around the world, especially countries that people never hear anything about. Those are the ones that excite me the most. The countries that people never go to and people might not even know it exists. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen on Monday. I think the country I'm going to, I think a lot, unless you're like one of those geography nerds or you're just like a really smart person, you probably don't know that this country even exists because it's just not very famous. And those ones excite me so much. So I'm excited because I know about the country, and I've been close to it, but I haven't done a whole lot of research about the country. I kind of just love going there with an open mind. We're going to see what happens, which is really exciting. It's very exciting. Someone said, what is the donation method? Someone, it's in the comments. It's at the top. It's pinned at the top. If you see at the top, it's pinned my own comment. That is the donation method. This live. And I want to check the lag. Is this chat frozen or is nobody talking? You know what? A little bit of both. I don't know. I sometimes I have the same question if I'm being very honest. JD, I don't know whether it's frozen or whether literally people are just watching me. So I don't really have the answer. Do you plan to really? Ivory. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I know people come in at different times. Not a lot of people know. I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. So, yes, I'm going to every country in the world. Oh, hi! I recognize your username. Hi, you said you just joined. What are we talking about? We're talking about everything about traveling, everything about all the countries, everything about, yeah. I'm not blocking anyone. I don't even have a moderator on this live stream. I usually have a moderator, Tina, but she's not even here today. But if someone says something like associated that YouTube finds offensive, it will block. It will block the comment. But I'm not blocking anybody. And I don't, like I said, I don't even have a moderator on today. Not sure if your message went through, but was wondering what hair oil do you use? I use a concoction. I make my own concoction of hair oils. Hi, Jacqueline. How do you protect yourself out there? Uh, I'm not out in the streets. I don't party. I don't drink alcohol. I don't hang out late. I don't put myself in situations where things could turn out not so good. I feel like a lot of, well, you can't protect yourself from a lot of trouble, but you can keep yourself out of a lot of trouble just by not just, I don't know, being out in the streets, getting yourself into situations like, for example, there was a big fight last week in Paris between pro Israel people and pro Palestine people. And a big fight broke out. But this happened at like 10 p.m. out in the streets at nighttime. And I'm just like, that's why I always tell people, if you're just in your hotel room or in your house, I see no reason to be out past 7 p.m. I'm for real. I'm a grandma. I'm in by 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the crazy stuff that goes on at nighttime. I'm just not even outside. So yeah, there was a big fight that broke out. Tons of people, and they were fighting with like knives. Pro Israel people, pro Palestine people going at it here in Paris, and several people got stabbed. So many people got very injured, and I'm like, Maryjane was in her hotel. I'm not out in the streets. I don't go to parties. I don't care who invites me. I don't go to anybody's party. Uh, I don't go to clubs. I feel like right there, that saves you so much trouble. Although anything could strike at any time. But I feel like a lot of trouble, especially associated with people traveling, happens when they are. I'm totally serious. Yes, I'm serious. A lot of trouble. I always tell people who are traveling, especially if you're traveling solo, just stay inside of your hotel room after the sun goes down. I'm serious. Like, there's so much craziness that goes on that I don't even witness. Like, I see a lot of the crazy stuff that happens in Paris. Like, a lot of crazy stuff happens in Paris. Well, thank you for agreeing with me. My grandma even taught me this. Like, I feel like it's a life skill. And I'll see a lot of crazy stuff that goes on the news in Paris, and I'm never involved in it because I'm just indoors, probably past 6 p.m. And I don't. People invite you to parties, like all random people will invite you to parties. I'm not going to anybody's party I don't know. But there's all kinds of crazy parties that go on here, and like there's. I'm not gonna pretend like Paris isn't a dangerous place. Sometimes it is. It can get super super dangerous here because um yeah, a lot of stuff goes on, but like I said, it's usually at nighttime. So yeah, I just think that for the person who asked me, how do I protect myself, I think like a huge hack for people who travel by themselves is just try to avoid as much trouble as you possibly. So Paris is no joke. I don't know if people know that, but like I said, 90% of the craziness happens at nighttime, and I'm none the wiser because I'm not out there. Like people will say, "Did you hear about that crazy fight that broke out?" No, I was indoors. I was putting my oils on. I was live streaming. You know what I'm saying? I was reading. I'm usually the girl that's out between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. I'm good on everything else that happens after that time. And I'm totally serious, Keeks. Um, totally serious. And I have been to Israel. I think you asked me that before. I've been to Israel 3 times. I went to Israel in 20. When was it? 20. It was the year before COVID. 2019. The year before COVID. I was in Israel. And Palestine. I was in Palestine as well. This was, yeah, like I said, just the year before COVID. That's where I was. Dude, oh, we got. Oh, Amy. Amy, are you in the chat? Amy donated. You know what, Amy? I don't think I've ever seen Amy in the chat. Amy, are you? If you're here, thank you so much for the donation. I don't think I've ever seen Amy in the chat. You're like a silent. I'm replying to Amy. Thank you so much, Pacavelli and Amy. Thank you so much for donating, helping me with this goal of visiting every country in the world. Do you have a question? Either Pacavelli or Amy, the two donators today? Because I want to prioritize you guys. If you have a question, and Amy, I don't know if I see you in the chat. If so, thank you. If you can hear me, thank you so much for donating. It wasn't one of these amounts though, but still very appreciated. Thank you so much for helping me with this goal of visiting all the countries on planet Earth, which is what I'm doing. Yes, the goal is to finish visiting every country in the world. I don't have a timeline as to when I'm going to finish visiting. Amy, I understand. That's not Amy. Amy. Ivory. Is your name Amy? I'm looking for Amy. She donated, and I haven't seen you in the chat. Is Ivory, are you pretending to be Amy or are you Amy? Because someone named Amy donated. Oh, and absolutely not. Okay, well, Amy, I don't see you in the chat, but thank you so much for your donation. And if you have a question, I'd love to answer it, but I don't, unless you have a username that I'm not recognizing, I haven't seen you in the chat. But I'm looking, so thank you so much. Of course, I don't know people's real names, but I don't think I've seen you in the chat. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, the daily vlogs. Okay. Okay, listen. Those are hard. Those are so hard. But they are coming. Just in chunks. You know what I'm saying? I'm smashing them together. But they're coming. Yes, part whatever the next part of the daily vlogs is coming. I've just been putting them in chunks. Um, because that is super hard. I don't know how people do that. They have help. People who do that have help. I don't know. It is so hard. Oh my gosh. But they're coming. Yeah. In sections. So yeah, stay tuned. And like I said, the real exciting thing, um, the really exciting thing is when I'm in my new country next year. Next week. You make me feel like I'm in Paris again, coming back. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, Paris is. You said you used to, if I'm not mistaken, you said you used to live in Paris, right? Yeah, Paris is literally. It's 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 funny because the city is so small. Paris is super tiny. It's a really tiny city, but it's just I am obsessed. It's my favorite city in the world. And I haven't gotten over it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Paris is just Paris, man. Paris is just Paris. That's all I can say. Some people come here and they say that it is overrated, but every time someone says that, I feel like they do the touristy thing. They go to the Louvre, they go to the Eiffel Tower area, they go to the touristy restaurants, they go to the touristy streets, and then they leave. And I'm like, Paris is so much more than that. Like, in my opinion, you can eat a ton of nasty food in Paris if you don't know where you're going. There's a ton of touristy places here, you know? And the food is gross there because it's not real, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the touristy Paris has a place. It's for field trips. It's for those planned trips, you know what I'm saying? Those pre-planned trips and stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like when people say Paris is overrated, I mean, everyone has a right to their opinion, totally, but I'm like, did you did you go to the Latin Quarter? The Latin Quarter is my favorite part of Paris. I went to go see Superman in the Latin Quarter. Uh, Superman came out, what, 2 days ago? That's when I went to go see it. And um, it was the tiniest little, cutest little, tiny little movie theater. And the movie theater only had like 20 seats in it. It was the cutest thing ever. The movie theater was adorable. It was like old French style movie theater. Really tiny. There was only like 3 or 4 movies showing, and each room only had like about 20 seats. It was an old, because if you know the Latin Quarter in Paris, it's like not updated. It's like old France. They didn't update anything, so everything looks, it's just gorgeous. It was the cutest movie theater you'll ever see in your life. And I saw Superman. It was the cutest little experience I've ever been in. There was only like 4 or 5 other people in the movie theaters with me, and it was really cool. Yeah, I love the Latin Quarter. I feel like a lot of people don't even know about it. There's a ton of antique shops and like art stores and bookstores, and it's very quiet. You don't see many tourists either. And they have the best bakeries and grocery stores. So, Yeah, there's a lot to Paris, more than the touristy part. I avoid the touristy parts. I don't even go to them. Like Champs-Élysées, I hate that area I hate it. That's where the Arc de Triomphe is and where all the tourists are. Well, I guess I'm a tourist, but I don't identify as a tourist. I don't identify as a tourist. That is so funny. Yeah, I'm doing what I eat in a day. I'm gonna do what I eat in a day. I feel like I do them on shorts all the time, but I can do like a full video of what I eat in a day. Totally. Yeah, exactly. You can walk everywhere. That's the beautiful thing about Paris. You can, I always tell people the best thing to do in Paris is not even have a plan. Do not have a plan for what you're going to do. This is just my opinion. This is how I've traveled Paris for years. This is how I've traveled most places. I don't have a plan because how can I plan what I don't know? You just get lost. You just start walking. And if you're like me, follow somebody. I don't mean stalk somebody, but just like look at somebody, be like, oh, they look like they're going to eat somewhere good, and just I don't really like mean follow somebody, but just like see what other people are doing. If somebody goes in a store, just go in behind them and be like, oh, what's this? I literally never have a plan when I'm traveling. It is the best thing, especially in places like Paris. Just walk, just go outside and start walking. You will find the cutest little places to eat, the cutest little places that the tourists aren't going to. You'll find the best shopping, clothing stores. Like even me, I was just walking around yesterday after I got out of the movie theaters. I walked by this cutest little shop I've ever seen in my whole life of this woman who was selling silverware that she designed herself. So like she was selling silverware, so plates, cups, knives, forks, you know, eating silverware that you eat with, but she designed all the handles herself. She's like an artist. So each handle was unique. For like the fork, it would have a handle that she painted herself. A knife would have like the handle, the part you hold it. It was like something she designed herself. Oh my gosh, they were beautiful. It was just, but you would never see this on like an itinerary, and you would never see it like on the internet if you like looked up 100 things I should do in Paris. You would never see that. But it was so cool. And she was even sitting in the shop and she said, can I design one for you? Like you could even have her design something for you. So like I told her that I wanted my own silverware, like a fork, a knife, a spoon, custom made for me from by her. And she was like, yeah, just write down the design you want. And she's like, come back in a few days. I'll have them ready for you. You know what I'm saying? So I love my caterpillar eyebrows. I have thick eyebrows. Thank you. My boyfriend loves my eyebrows. He always begs me not to wax them, which I don't. Yeah, I have thick eyebrows. I have, I'm a, uh, have lots of hair. And I like my eyebrows. Thanks for coming to my live stream though, tuning in. There's 150 million YouTube channels on YouTube. You ended up here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Paris is a vibe. Everything here is so cool. Me? Me? I was rude? Oh, don't get me started about Rome. Rome is Oh, not me. Okay. I was like, I wasn't rude. Oh, Lola was rude. I don't care. I love my eyebrows. So. Genuinely, I love my eyebrows. So, it's one of my favorite features about myself. I love my thick eyebrows. So, if you don't like them, your man does. I'm kidding! But he told me he did. He was in my DMs. Um, I can't live in Amsterdam. I can't. I tried. I tried. I can't do it. Listen, I love the Netherlands. I cannot live in Amsterdam. I can't do it. I've tried that before. I did try living there. Um, stop. Sundays are for me. Did you clock that? But yeah, I can't live in Amsterdam. It is a bit too crazy for me, but I do like the other parts of the Netherlands. I can take Amsterdam in chunks, 2 days, 3 days, but I'm not somebody who really loves Amsterdam that much. No, I like it though, but it starts getting on my nerves after like 3 days. Um, oh, that's no problem at all. Um, Also, if you want to donate and you said you can use Cash App, you could also leave a super chat. You know, super chat is right here, right on the chat, right on YouTube. And thanks for your consideration, even. But I think the second easiest option, which is literally just super chat, which is right in the comment section of this live stream, right through YouTube. But yeah, has anyone else ever been to Amsterdam? I've tried with Amsterdam. I just can't get in. I do like it though. Like, for example, like if it's like a 5 or 6 day vacation, like for example, you might say, but okay, you don't like Amsterdam, so that means I shouldn't even go for a vacation. No, 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 no. It's nice for a vacation of like 4 or 5 days or something like that. No, I think 100% visit Amsterdam. I mean, for like long term, I don't like it. Um, yeah, I can't for a long time. I have tried. But I do like other parts of the Netherlands. Like I even like Rotterdam. Rotterdam is a vibe. Rotterdam is a vibe. Um, but yeah, I can't live in Amsterdam. It's you're not interested either. Yeah, it's just not, I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on it, but I just after about 4 or 5 days I want to leave very badly. I'm like, I need to get out of here. Plus there's a lot of like partying. It's a huge party place, and I'm not really into that. And like there's a lot of young, I guess that's not the word I'm looking for, but like there's a big it's hard to get along with people in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, if you don't smoke or drink. That's all they do there. Everybody is smoking and drinking every day, and that's how they bond. And it's just, I don't know, not everyone, but it's just really popular there. There's a lot of like day clubs and nightclubs. Everyone's just smoking and drinking all day. And I don't know, the city's really cute though. It's really, really cute. very picturesque. You can get yourself some stroopwafels and have a good time. So yeah, I do recommend it for a trip. Totally. But I couldn't live there. I've tried living there before. I couldn't do it. So, yeah. My boyfriend, he's not from Amsterdam, but he's from that country, and even he doesn't like it. He says most people from Holland don't even like Amsterdam. It's just this one city, you know. But yeah, that's my take on Amsterdam. Time moves slow in Amsterdam. Where in Paris for me, time just is like it's not even real here because I'm just so happy. It's crazy how we all connect to different places, right? Some places for people they have a completely different experience. That's why I always tell people don't even take what I say as law when it comes to these countries. Go figure out for yourself how you like things, you know? Don't just listen to me if I say something is real. Oh, we just got a donation. Oh my goodness. I do not know how to say your name. Segalo? Segalo? I don't know how to say your name. Thank you so much, S, for the donation. S donated $50. I'm saying S. I don't want to butcher your name. Thank you so much for something right under there. I'm going to tell you a travel fact. We're going to do a travel fact for you. I need, okay, I kind of know which one I'm going to say. Hold on. Shout out to S. Okay, I have a fact for you. Listen, listen. Did you know that okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with 5. I'm trying to find something cool. Okay. Did you know here are the 5 most traveled places in 2025 so far? Wow. The most traveled place right now, and has been for the past 25 years, is France. It is the most traveled country on earth with the most international travelers. The second most traveled country is Spain with 84 million travelers this year. The third most traveled place on planet Earth is the United States with 79 million travelers this year so far. The fourth most traveled place is China with 65 million travelers this year, but most of them are Chinese nationals. Right, it's just the Chinese people because there's 1.7 billion Chinese people. So they easily take the they easily Chinese people will literally sweep a statistic because there's just so many people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many Chinese people. So, um, literally that they fund the economy. Like Chinese people literally spend the most money on planet Earth. They run the economy. Their dollars run the economy, but it's literally because there's 2 billion of them. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really cool. And the fifth most traveled place is Italy. That's kind of what I mean. Like everybody goes to the same places. I can't really point fingers because I'm in Europe right now, but everyone goes to the same places all the time. France, Spain, Italy, or New York City. Can we switch it up? Can people start going to like Afghanistan? I just want everybody to go to Afghanistan. Can we start switching the vacations up a little bit, getting a little bit more interesting here? Like, can we go to Iran or something? I'm just kidding. You don't have to go to Iran. Stack bundles. I need to go back to Cambodia. Why do I need to go back to Cambodia? I hated Cambodia. Cambodia is one of my least favorite countries. I hated Cambodia. And why? I'll go back to the Ukraine. That's no problem. But I hated Cambodia so much. It's like literally one of my top three. Cam, are you just tuning in? I feel like my people are showing up. I've been waiting for my friends to show up. Where have you guys been? I've been waiting. I'm like, where are my friends? People have been. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys so much. Was low key waiting for my friends though. um, yeah. Why do I need to go back to Cambodia? Just arriving. No, I don't think you missed anything. Just cancel everything and come to Boston. Why? Why? Why Boston? I literally. Boston is literally what made me travel the world. I feel like. I don't know. You know when you associate a place with certain feelings, like there's nothing wrong with Boston, but I don't associate it with good feelings. Boston. Sorry, I not bashing your city. Just saying, I lived there for 3 years, and no, it's a vibe for you. Not for me, cause I hate Cambodia. How did you know that? I don't hate Ukraine. I hate. Whoa, hate is a very strong word. I don't hate any place, but I don't like Cambodia. Ukraine, I don't. I actually like it. The first time I went to Ukraine, I hated it. The second time I went, which is funny because the first time I went, there was no war. The second time I went was active war because it was just last year. I loved it. So peaceful. Such a vibe. They have little cute matcha cafes. Everything's peaceful. It's hard to even believe that there's a war going on besides the fact that there's no electricity. That was the only thing that was annoying. You'd just be walking around in a store and it's pitch black because of the war. But other than that, you wouldn't even know that there was a war going on. You want to know something crazy? When I showed up at my hotel, I was staying at. Okay, I don't remember what hotel I was staying at, but it's in the vlog. You've been following me for a while now. I just be staying quiet. Well, why are you so quiet? Wow, you must have been following for a long time to know that I hate Cambodia. That's crazy because I feel like I haven't brought that up in such a long time. Yeah, I did not have a good experience in Cambodia. Actually, I have no interest in ever going back there because I hate it so much. Ugh. I took a bus to Cambodia from Laos. Laos is a country that's right next to Cambodia, and I took a sleeper bus. It's like a bus where you're laid down flaccid, like you're literally laid flat. And there's like several bunk beds on this bus, and it was an overnight bus. I think it took something like 17 hours, and it was one of the most horrific experiences I've ever been on in my life. The bus was covered in roaches, and oh my gosh, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. The bus was so dirty, and it would just pull over and stop for hours with no explanation. Anyways, people in Cambodia were just not very nice, and I just feel like the country is just so run down. Again, things could have changed. This was like 6 years ago, so maybe things have changed since then, but I just feel like I had the worst experience ever in Cambodia. I hated it. And like, oh, I hated it. But anyways, I didn't like Cambodia, so I literally took a bus right back to Laos, and everything was fine. Like Laos is beautiful. Beautiful country. Really nice, really clean. I literally had to get out of Cambodia because I hated it so much. Did you get some matcha today? Of course, I have matcha every day. Did you get some matcha? Have I peer pressured you enough to get some matcha? Or can you find? Yeah, you can find matcha in Boston. But today, yes, I have matcha every single day of my life. If I don't make it myself, I buy it. What time is it? It's 2. Oh, I just looked at the time. It is, what time are we looking at here? 2 a.m. We'll do 20 more minutes. We're gonna do 20 more minutes. Stock bundles. Where are you when I go on these live streams? Because I'll be looking for my friends, and I'm like, what the heck? I know people have jobs, people are working. I get it. People have lives, right? You went to college in Boston. I saw you. Didn't see me. What did I look like then? And where was I? You didn't see me because I didn't even look the same. I looked like a different person when I was in college. I was chunky. I was chunky chunks. I was like 40 pounds heavier than I am now. And it's funny because I look so much younger now than I looked when I was in college. I looked. God, I looked crazy. Yes, indeed, sis. Yes, indeed, what? You did not see me. Stop lying. Stop lying, because I feel like you wouldn't even have recognized me. But I literally aged backwards. I looked like when I was in college, I was heavy. I was chunky, chunks. And I wore so much makeup. Like layers of makeup. You was a bit chunky. I was big girl. A big girl. And swagalicious. Stop lying. You did not see me when I was in college. There's no way, because I wasn't on YouTube or nothing. I wasn't even on the internet. Um, but yeah, I look like a different person. I look the same, I just look not very. Skin was all broken out. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, JDJ. Was this the super chat thing I'm using? Yes, that is the super chat. Thank you so much, JDJ. Username JDJ. Thank you, darling. That is so sweet. We should take down the 50. Yeah. I forgot to put stuff on here. Boom, we're gonna hit you with a travel fact. More travel fact. Thank you so much. That is so heartwarming. And yeah, when I was in college, I used to wear all kinds of crazy stuff. I used to wear like hold on, I need a travel fact for my girl. Okay, let me hit you with this. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna give you 5 places that you should travel that literally most people never go to and they don't even know how beautiful it is. Okay. Hi! Okay, I feel like my friends are coming and like I'm feeling so much more comfortable. My friends are showing up. I'm starting to loosen up. I'm starting to feel more comfortable and more like, my friends are here. I'm not here by myself with the people who make fun of me. um, yeah. With the super chat, it takes a cent for some reason, but so it took 1 cent from the 50. But thank you so much. I have a. I'm gonna hit you with 5 places that you should travel that a lot of people don't ever know that are so beautiful and so amazing. Okay, let me hit you with this. North Macedonia. North Macedonia is this tiny little country. It is the cutest place ever. It is right, so it's up. If your Greece is here, North Macedonia is like here. It's like right above Greece. It is so tiny and so cutesy. It's super cheap, the sweetest people on earth. I went to North Macedonia with my little brother, and everyone knew we were foreigners because nobody who looks like me and my brother goes to North Macedonia. So we stood out, but everyone was so sweet to us. People were literally inviting us into their homes when we were walking down the street because they knew we were obviously foreigners because the way we looked, everyone there is like white. But super, super, super kind. People were inviting us into their homes, asking us if we had a place to eat dinner. It's just the most gorgeous, cute little European country not a lot of people know about, and it has Greece vibes, but it's a little bit more slow. The food is delicious. The people are warm. There's beautiful beaches. It's just gorgeous. So North Mass, and it's like dirt cheap, dirt, dirt cheap. This country. So beautiful. I feel like another place. Okay, that's one. Another place people should travel if they don't ever know about. Tunisia. Tunisia is so beautiful. It is very close to Egypt, so it has Egypt vibes, but it doesn't have Egypt vibes. You guys know I hate Egypt, right? Well, I don't like using the word hate. You guys know I don't like Egypt. It's not like Egypt. People are nice. The food is delicious. The vibes are amazing. I remember eating at this little. I went there by myself. I ate at this little restaurant, and everyone they were playing live music, and like they asked me to get up and dance. We were dancing all night, eating. The food is so good. The people are so sweet, and it's very safe. And you can go to the beach. It's just gorgeous. Tunisia is a vibe. Also, very, 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 very cheap country to travel. Three more places I think people should travel that is not common. Um, we're not gonna drag Afghanistan into every conversation, right? Because if we were going to do that, I'd tell you to go to Afghanistan. Another place is Namibia. I didn't know anything about Namibia until I went. My plan when I first went to Namibia was only going to be there for 1 week. I was there for 1 month. I was there for almost 2 months in Namibia because I loved it so much. It's a hidden gem. It's so beautiful. Two more places. Uh, Croatia. Croatia's gorgeous. It's a mix of all different cultures. It is a vibe. It's like a European city, but it's mixed with all these different cultures. So it's just amazing. And you can sit on the water, and it's just literally everything. My honeymoon will be in Afghanistan where the Taliban is holding up to AK-47s. I, I wouldn't hate that. I'm having a honeymoon in Afghanistan. Those are my people. They'll be so happy for me too because every time I go there, they're like, "Where's your husband? Where's your husband?" I'm like, first of all, I'm not married. So they will be all too excited. I would not be opposed to having although I wanted my honeymoon in Italy, but Afghanistan works too. I wouldn't mind that. But I don't think that the, my boyfriend would want to have. He refuses to go. I always try to get him to go to Afghanistan. He refuses to go. He's he's prejudiced against Afghan people. He thinks the Taliban are terrorists and stuff. I keep trying to tell him they're not terrorists. He refuses to believe me. Just a mess. We need to work on him. But he believes the propaganda. He thinks that the Taliban are terrible people and he thinks they're terrorists. Although I've told him a trillion times that it's not true. So, anyways, I still have one more place to recommend. Okay, one more place I'd recommend is Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is the world's 11th biggest country in the world, and most of the population is in the capital of all. Most of the world's population is in the capital of Nur Sultan. Nur Sultan is the capital of Kazakhstan. Here's a fun fact. I almost lived in Nur Sultan, Kazakhstan. I lived there. I didn't live there, but I kind of lived there for 3 months, which is crazy. I stayed in Kazakhstan for 3 months because, uh, oh, hello, kitty. Yeah. So, anyways, Nur Sultan is the capital of Kazakhstan. It is the world's 11th biggest country, and it is beautiful. Most of the country is uninhabited. It's just nature and horses, and it's a movie. The country is beautiful. Kindest people ever. The food is delicious, especially if you like meat. All they eat is meat in that country. So when you go out to eat, it's just meat, meat, or meat. you know? So, anyways, yeah, Kazakhstan is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So, those are the 5 places I recommend that not a lot of people ever go to that you should probably go to. I could name more, but those are just 5 places. They're beautiful. And everyone goes to the same places. Everybody goes to France, Spain, or Italy. Like, can we shake it up a little bit? Can we start shaking up the travel destinations a little bit? I mean, I get it. I get it. People want to go to France. People want to go to Spain. I get it. But everyone's going to the same places. Let's shake it up. I can't talk. No, I can talk. I mean, I went to France, but that was only because of a very specific reason. But everyone wants to go to Paris, and I'm just like, it's a vibe, but it's like I feel like there's some places that are more beautiful. I really do. Well, it depends because like most people are hi. My friend, like my heart is starting to warm up little by little. My friends are coming. My friends are here. My friends are here. I was looking for you guys the whole live stream. I was like, where are my friends? I'm out here in the deep waters. And people were being mean to me. I'm just kidding. People weren't being mean to me. Well, I don't know. They kind of were. I'm so happy my friends are here. Oh boy. I miss you guys. I love you guys when you guys tune in, and I love talking to you guys. You just got off of work. I know. I know you guys are working and resting. It's Sunday, right? Hey, that's not very nice. Not die. Not die. I'm done. Die. Um, you're going to the Maldives in November. Girl, you can't wait. That's very exciting. The Maldives is literally like dreamland. It is absolutely beautiful. You're gonna have a ball. And I'm also going to the Maldives. Maybe I'll see you there. Probably not because I'm not going in November. But I am going to the Maldives within the next 2 months because did you check about hurricane season? Make sure you don't go during the hurricane season. Help us, Jesus. Jesus, are you coming back soon? Is he coming back soon? Because I need. Um, If you could live in any fictional world, Narnia, Middle Earth, etc., where would it be? I have never thought about that ever. Fictional world, where would it be? That's a very interesting question that I've literally never thought of. I don't feel like I'd want to live in Narnia. It looks boring. It doesn't look boring. It just looks like Earth, right? Didn't Narnia just look the same as Earth, right? Didn't it? I don't know. Middle Earth? I don't think I'm going to be in the Maldives in November, though. I'm going to be in Maldives within the next 2 months because it's a country and I need to get there and I'm not very far away. And I'm trying to avoid hurricane season. So you're going in November. I'm not going in November, unfortunately. Yeah, I wanted to go during hurricane season to Maldives. I wanted to go during the rain because it's so beautiful. And it's really cool. You're in Milan now. Did you like it? I love Milan. I love Milan. I love it. To be fair, I'm sure you've traveled to places on earth that are so beautiful they look fictional. Can't even explain. Absolutely. The last live stream I was talking about Zhangjiajie, China. Zhangjiajie, China. It's like mind blowing how beautiful it is. It leaves you speechless. Zhangjiajie, if you know, you know. If you haven't been, put it on your bucket list now. It is in the jungle, in the North Mountains in China. Let me spell it for you. And it is what the movie Avatar is based off of. Let me put it in the chat so you can look it up. But it is, okay, so the movie Avatar with the blue people is modeled after Zhangjiajie, China. And you're talking about beautiful. Zhangjiajie. And I'll put the Chinese. Zhangjiajie. Yeah, that's... Oh my gosh, look it up. Like, I am speechless just trying to describe it. It is insane, ridiculously beautiful. And fun fact, the first vlog I ever made, well, actually, the first vlog I ever made was in Zhangjiajie. I think so, yeah. My first ever YouTube vlog. And I was using the Narnia music. When, you know the song when they're on the train in anybody watch Narnia? If you've literally been subscribed for a very long time, but I mean literally, it was my first YouTube video. I think my first or second was in Zhangjiajie. So yeah, it's not a very good video, but I tried. Isn't it crazy, Siobhan? Isn't it crazy? It is, like, I can't even, just speechless. Speechless how beautiful that place is. And so yeah, that looked like a fictional world. It looked, that's why when I made my vlog, that I can't even really call a vlog because it was so bad, but cut me some slack. I literally was making my first ever YouTube vlog. But the reason I used the Narnia music is because I felt like I was like in Narnia. I felt like I was in like a fictional, I felt like I left Earth and went somewhere else. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Insane. But nobody speaks English there, so. But who cares? Shouldn't stop you from going. They were so cute. I don't watch them. Uh, but thank you so much. Yeah, I was just excited, you know. I was excited, but I don't even want to go back and watch the video. No, not that I'm, you know, I just because it was so long ago. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, don't use my vlog for reference. But Zhangjiajie is literally the most beautiful, probably top 5 most beautiful places on earth. That's how I even found out about Zhangjiajie. So I was in the airport in China. I was in the Shanghai airport. I was living in China already, and literally a commercial came on at the airport that said it was like 5 places you have to go before you die. And Zhangjiajie came on the TV, and then I remember looking at the TV like inside of the airport. I'm like looking at Zhangjiajie. So then I go to the counter and I said, how much is a flight to Zhangjiajie? And they said it's like $150. I was like, I'm going. I literally booked the flight and went to Zhangjiajie that same night. My Greek yogurt girl! Are you feeling better? My friends are here and my heart is starting to warm up. My friends are here. You guys, the first part of the live stream, everybody was being mean to me. They were making fun of my eyebrows and stuff. And they were being so mean. I'm like, where are my friends? I'm looking in the chat. I'm like, where are my friends? I know people have lives. I know you guys have lives. I know you have things to do. But the first part of the live stream, I literally was like, I felt so alone. People were being so mean to me, and none of my friends were here. My friends are showing up. I literally feel so much better. My Greek yogurt girl is here. Kanan is here. Siobhan is here. What's wrong with your eyebrows? I don't know. People on the internet just mean. They were saying all kinds of mean stuff. And they were saying mean things. And there was a lot of silence. And I was just like, okay. And then my friend showed up and I'm like, oh, okay. I was looking for you guys. How are you feeling, my Greek yogurt girl? How are you feeling, twin? Because I need to know. I know you weren't feeling well the other day. Yeah, I'm like looking for you guys. I'm like, where are my freaking people? People were being mean. It was all quiet. Like people were here, people were tuned in, but like there was a lot of radio silence. And the people who were talking were being mean. Yes, I'm feeling better. It's all about sleep. I love it. I'm so happy you're feeling better. And you're totally right. Sleep can heal so much. Sometimes we just need to go to sleep, you know? Oh, thanks so much for the super chat. I'm so happy my friends have showed up. I was talking earlier about how I'm going to a new country on Monday. On Monday, I'm going to be in my 136th country. I'm so excited. I'm back on the road now. So from Monday on, we're going to be hitting new countries back to back. I literally feel like I'm talking. My friends are here now. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that. Yeah. Hitting new country on Monday, and very excited. I can't wait to show you guys. It's all gonna be so exciting. Very bittersweet. I would literally stay in Paris forever, but You can't do that when you're on a mission to visit every country in the world. Um, yeah, you can't do that. And I am ready and excited and very, 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 very just ready to start working on this every country call. Um, After I popped in your last live, I went to sleep with the AC on and OMG, my best sleep ever. Aww, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you're feeling better. I was literally thinking about you. I was like, I wonder if she's feeling better, if she got to sleep, if the headache went away. Um, I had a really good day today. I uh, I was just washing my clothes, which is like an event. Because sometimes I usually just take my clothes to the laundromat, but that's so annoying because like you have to walk to the laundromat, which I did today because I washed half my clothes yesterday and I washed half today. But today was a chill day for me. And then I watched my online pastor. Um, okay, so I just went to get food and then I decided to wash my clothes today. I washed half my clothes yesterday, I washed half from today, and then I finished writing part of my book. I'm writing a book right now. I'm always writing a book. I wrote part of my book. Um, yeah, it was a chill day, and I watched Survivor, like an old season of Survivor, like really old, like back from like 2003. I love, like, that's one of my favorite TV shows ever is Survivor, but from years ago. And then I just was booking things, booking hotels, booking flights, booking everything that I need to do next week. But I had some Greek yogurt. I didn't even finish my Greek yogurt today because it was so big, but that's what I did today. And I watched, yeah, I said that. I watched my online pastor, the guy. I consider myself like, I obviously don't go to a specific church, I can't, but I do have like online pastor, you know, if that's even a thing, you know. I watched something, yeah, but I hope it was a good break. It was a very good break, Siobhan. It was needed. Um, it was very appreciated, but I feel ready to go. I feel ready to go to finish these countries. I was listening to your live from a few days ago on a walk. Oh my gosh, I love you. Been having Greek yogurt and avocado first thing in the morning. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. I literally, every time I have Greek yogurt, I think about you. I feel like the Greek yogurt girls get it. The girls who get it. Greek yogurt is everything. Wait, you had the Greek yogurt and avocado? Oh my gosh. You're on some frequency, girl. That right there is a vibe. The Greek yogurt and the avocado together. Whoa. Whoa, that I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Because I didn't do that today. I had avocado, but not with my Greek yogurt. I'm gonna do it today. Today, tomorrow. Have you ever thought about applying for Amazing Race? You know, so many people say that. I don't think so. I don't think so because I don't like people. I know what it is, but I feel like I don't want to be on TV and do a TV show with like an organization because like they tell you what to do and how to do it. Like I don't want people to tell me how to travel. I feel like part of the fun of traveling is the whole like freedom. If that makes sense. Part of the reason somebody said this to me the other day and I was like, that is so true because I said how much I love riding the bike with no hands. Like it is when I'm riding a bike or if I'm traveling, or if I'm skydiving, I have like the same feeling every time. And someone said to me the other day, Maryjane, I think you love riding the bike without hands so much because it makes you feel like you're flying. And you like to feel like you're flying, like you're free. And I was like, that is so true. And like that's why I find traveling fun. It's like you feel like you're feel I don't know, it's hard to explain, but for me it's like this liberating, freeing feeling. And I get the same feeling when I'm on a bike or when I'm skydiving. And like I don't know if Amazing Race would take the fun out of that. It would be fun, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be on TV either. Yeah, it's not the TV aspect because I would be on TV because, um, like with National Geographic and stuff like that, I would love to be on TV in that sense. But I don't know if it would take the fun out of it for me. The traveling, Amazing Race would doesn't. It seems like it would be not very fun. Uh, innocent. Well, thank you very much. I very much thanks for the energy. What's yummy? Oh, the Greek yogurt. It's my girl. I love my friends, even though I consider you guys my friends. I really do. And I know the times we gotta work out of time. People got life. I get it. But I literally like wait for my people to show up. I love you guys. Everybody who's in the chat with the vibes. What I'm talking about, vibes. You know what I'm trying to say. Um yeah. But I think the people who do Amazing Race, shout out to them. I've never watched it through. I've seen like things here and there about Amazing Race. Um, I'm more of a Survivor girly. I love Survivor, which I think they're probably owned by the same network, right? But even Survivor, I wouldn't do it because, like I said, part of the fun with traveling is like the free. It feels freeing, and I feel like those kind of shows like it sucks the fun out. Oh, let me check here what we're doing. Oh yeah, and oh Don. Don, thank you so much. Are you in the chat, Don? Don donated $2. Thank you so much, Don, for your donation. I'm not laughing at your donation. I'm laughing at how kind and supportive you are. Um, you donate often, and so that's why I was smiling. I wasn't smiling because it was funny. I'm smiling because you're just so sweet. You donate often, so I'm so grateful. Thanks for the $2 donation, Don. Shout out to you. Uh, you usually donate a lot, so I'm so ridiculously grateful. Thank you so much. Uh, and we are fundraising today, playing Donation Jeopardy. We've gotten, we've been working on this thing. Um, we've made a huge chunk. I am definitely fundraising for this goal of visiting all the countries in the world. We're taking a different route, but I think the detour that I'm taking to finish this every country goal will get us at the finish line a little bit sooner. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm taking a different route than I had initially planned to take with this every country goal, but I will be in country 136 on Monday, so stay tuned. It's all going to be very exciting. So yeah, if anyone wants to help with this goal of visiting all the countries in the world, it's very much appreciated. Um, a lot of the donations help a lot with the flights, which is one of the most expensive parts of trying to visit every country in the world. I have 60 countries left. So yeah, I plan to finish around this time next year. I plan on averaging about 5 or 6 countries a month, starting literally next week, we're going to be back on the road. So if anyone wants to help with this goal of visiting every country in the world, it would be so appreciated, so very much. And so the donation method is via the Cash App. It's in the comments section here. If you look at the top, I've pinned it. And it can be any amount. Even Don just donated $2 right now. That is so appreciated and so sweet. And yes, darling. And but if it's one of these amounts, it would help reach this goal amount. So we've come pretty far. I hope you can see this, by the way. I had to kind of put this in an awkward position today, but there's 25, there's 35, 70, 70, 100 hondo, and we'll reach the goal today, which is 500. And it all helps. It's another puzzle piece, trying to finish this every country goal, and it's so appreciated. I love your baby hair. Oh, thank you. Like my baby hairs. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I also I get people like to make fun of my eyebrows and my baby hairs, but it's okay. I thank you so much, Stack Bundles. In the beginning of this live stream, people were making fun of my eyebrows. I'm like, I'm not making fun of your eyebrows. Leave my eyebrows alone. But yeah, they were making fun of my eyebrows. I'm just telling you, Stack Bundles. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding about the way I'm saying it. But thank you very much. And thank you for the baby hair comments. Some people tell me, MJ, you need to chill with those baby hairs. Yeah, she was tripping. She was like, she was saying something about my eyebrows. I'm like, girl, I'm not coming after your eyebrows. It makes your look unique to you and so great. You're too sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you to my friends. It's crazy how different I feel. Like, if you go back and look at this live stream, you'll probably see in the first part, like, I was like, I don't know, like the vibes were weird. Like, I was like looking for you guys, couldn't see my friends in the chat. People were being so mean to me. People weren't being that mean, but they weren't being very nice. And I was just like, where are my friends? And I'm just like, cricket, cricket, cricket. And then my friends show up. I love you guys. Hi, good evening. Although my friends are, all of my subscribers are my friends. But even sometimes people who are subscribed, they can be very mean. So I really appreciate you guys who are really nice. People can be so mean on the internet. Well, thank you so much, Workley? Workley? Thank you. If I'm saying your name right. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love you guys so much. And I will be on One Country 136. Whoa! Dab. Thank you so much, Dab. Wow. I pronounced it right. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you, Deb, so much, Angel. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. We don't have a 20 here. We have a 25. Can't take one down. Thank you so much. Would you ever try the carnivore diet? I think I am a carnivore. If I'm not a carnivore, that is just so, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for tuning in often and being supportive. You're an angel. I think if I'm not a carnivore, I'm very close. I become a little bit more carnivore every day of my life. And it's so crazy how, like, when I move further away from like junk and I move, that means so much to me. You have no idea how much it means to me. The donations, but also the literal support, just showing up and being, you just don't know how much of a big deal it is to me. So thank you so much. No. I love blueberries and avocados and all that. But I just noticed when I move away from junk, which is like bread, not that bread is evil, but just when I have less of it, less junk, less processed foods, and I literally stick to like my Greek yogurt, my eggs, and my meat, I look and feel so healthy. Like nothing in my book will ever change what I think is the best diet in the world. Um, well, thanks for supporting. Thank you for the super chat. I notice you when you come in and you're supportive, and it, like I said, nothing goes unnoticed. I'm so grateful, truly. Um, but yeah, I love blueberries. I love avocado, all of that. But I am so happy that I never got caught up with the vegan stuff. Listen, if there's any vegans, I love you guys. Don't be upset. Listen, I love you. But I just think veganism is like stupid. Um, sorry. I know that that is so controversial. It is like so controversial. I'm sorry. But I was vegan for 6 years, and literally, when I started eating meat again, everything changed. And I hate the meat, how meat gets so much hate, and eggs and dairy. I hate it. I'm like, they're not the problem. The problem is the sugar. The problem is the processed food. Let's not. You know me, I'm gonna get off on a tangent very easily. I don't want to get off on a tangent. Eggs are literally, are you kidding me? Like the healthiest things ever on planet Earth. I could write a song about eggs. So, and everything changed when I started incorporating these things back into my diet: eggs, dairy, and meat. My hair changed. My hair got thicker and shinier. My skin got more youthful. My mental clarity changed. My how satisfied I was after a meal changed. You know what I'm saying? Sugar is our enemy, not meat and eggs. And are you kidding me? And dairy? Are you kidding me? Go to the tribes. That's when I visited all the tribes I've ever visited. That's all they eat. Literally, the only thing that they eat is dairy, eggs. Dairy, eggs, and meat. And they're beautiful. Their teeth are straight. Their skin is healthy. They're pregnant. They get pregnant like crazy. Like they have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 kids, and they don't have infertility issues, and they don't have acne. And I feel like at first, Workley, the comments were really, really sweet, and now it's just like I'm starting to get freaked out. No, of course, processed meat. No. We're not. Processed meat is a no. I wasn't talking about processed meat. I mean like good old good quality meat. I don't mean like hot dogs and lunch meat and stuff like that. No, I'm not talking about that. Of course, that stuff is not healthy at all. But there's plenty of healthy meat in the United States. You can buy a strip sirloin, a strip. I think one of the healthiest things ever is just like a sirloin steak with butter and eggs and avocado. That meal right there, insanely healthy. But yeah, I'm not talking about like processed meat. Totally agree that that is like super unhealthy. Processed anything actually is super unhealthy. Even yogurt can be very, as much as I talk about how much I love yogurt, it can be unhealthy if it's the processed one with all the crap in it. So yeah, definitely not the processed meat, but there's nothing unhealthy about meat in and of itself. It is incredibly healthy, and it's literally, I think I'm a carnivore. I really do. If I'm not carnivore, I'm very close to carnivore um, diet. And it's changed everything for me. It's changed everything. when I started to incorporate these things back into my diet. And some girl, Pat, I don't think she was trying to be mean, but I ran into a girl today and she said to me, "How much do you have to starve yourself to keep your stomach flat?" Yeah. Sometimes the things that people say, the things that come out of people's mouths, sometimes I'm just like, I can never imagine saying that to somebody. But, anyways, a girl said that to me today. An American girl. She said, "How much do you have to starve yourself to keep your stomach flat?" And I literally said, if you saw the way I eat, I don't starve myself at all. I said, I just eat healthy. And she's like, yeah, she's looking at me like this. Okay. I'm like, I wanted to so badly, I wanted to tell her I have like a YouTube channel. I didn't say it to her though, but I'm like, I have a YouTube channel and I talk so much about the way I eat and how I healed, so many things when I changed the way I eat. I said, and I eat like I don't starve myself at all. But anyways, yeah, someone said that to me today. Just, you must be. How much do you have to starve yourself to keep your stomach like that? I'm like, the stuff that comes out of people's mouths these days is mind blowing. I believe you do look like you're. Siobhan, you're so sweet. Well, this has been like a 360. It's so funny. If I'm gonna save this live stream, like if you go to the beginning of the live, people would be like, were tearing me to pieces. And now you guys are being so nice. So I appreciate it. I very much appreciate the sweet comments. Uh, it means so much. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. You guys are my friends. Takes one to know one. You got MJ some matcha. You did. I felt the same as earlier in my life, so I also hate when people make comments like that unprovoked. For real, like this, everything was normal. Everything was chill. And yeah, yeah, I won't tell a story because I don't want, I don't want to make it seem like a big deal. It wasn't a big deal, but okay, stack wave. Hmm. Oh, you missed the me stuff. It's okay. It wasn't too bad. I'm probably exaggerating, but I don't know. I was just looking for my friends. I was looking. I love when I see like familiar names, and I feel like I didn't see any of you guys, and I felt like I was out on the water all by myself. I'm like, where are my friends? And like, I don't know, like, oh, stack bundles. You were so. I love you. We're friends. Shout out to my Cape Verdean Boston. Um, I did pin it. I had I pinned it right. Yeah, the Cash App is it's pinned, I think, if I'm not mistaken, all the way at the top, Beatrice. Uh, it's pinned the Cash App for the donations. Thank you so much. And those who don't, the super chat. Thank you so much, Stack Bundles. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I love you more, right to right. I love you more. You guys keep me going. You really do. You have no idea. You have no idea. Yeah, but you're right. People get very comfortable. And I don't know if it was like a passive aggressive comment or, whatever. But the comment was, and I was like, I do not starve myself at all. You don't have to starve yourself. It's just staying away from the junky junk and walking. Rewatch your movie vlog. So excited to see you back in Africa. Soon, 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 soon. I will be back. Yeah, totally. The super chat works just as good. Thank you so much, Stack Bundles. The super chat works just as well. And I understand not everyone uses Cash App. You watch my Namibia vlogs. Well, Namibia was a vibe. I love Namibia so much. But I will be back in Africa, just not yet. It was just too difficult. Because my goal wasn't to visit one African country. My goal was to finish visiting the entire continent. So that I learned is difficult. So yeah, I'll be back there, but soon. You'll see. You guys will see. I'll be there soon. Just not immediately, as my initial plan was to only visit Africa this year and like finish the whole continent. It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to try to work on. You just hear my leg crack? I'm going to be finishing the Middle East first. Um, Hi, Audrey. You want to make content, but I'm so nervous about negative comments. Do you have any advice? Audrey, listen to me, girl. I have advice. Okay. Here's my advice. As somebody who's been on the internet for 7 years, 7 years. Okay. You can only imagine how many negative comments I've got. And let me tell you something. My eyes still work. My brain still works. My nose still works. My hand still works. Blood still flowing through my veins. I'm still breathing. What I'm trying to say to you is it literally means absolutely nothing. Nothing. But as humans, we are empathetic beings, so it's easy to just say, oh, I've seen it all. Oh, I've seen it. Baby, listen. Also, I think I was prepared for this. I was bullied in high school by girls. The thing is, girls, I'm trying to say this in the best possible way. Okay, what am I trying to say? Girls tend to be very vicious toward each other. Not always. I mean, there's some guys too, but it's usually not very common. It's usually girls. We love to, I think we're very competitive with each other, which is such a shame. Like, a guy will just walk up to another guy and be like, let's be friends. Like, and it won't be that deep. Where girls, we're competitive. I read a book about this, and apparently it's because women have to fight for a mate. Like when we were in cavemen, like, because I literally looked it up, like why women are so competitive with each other, because I didn't understand it. Like a woman will see another woman that is pretty and like have an attitude about her instead of just telling her that she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does that come from? You know? Or she would rather say, ew, like pick something bad up about this person when you actually feel the opposite, which I would say is happening 90% of the time. If you have very negative feelings, my pastor teaches about this. Like, if you automatically have negative feelings about somebody you don't know, it's jealousy, you know? But, anyways, Audrey, the thing about the internet is that people feel very safe, where 90% of people wouldn't ever say these things to you in real life, but they feel safe because they're behind a computer screen and they're behind a username, so they can just spew their, you know, what's inside of them out on the internet. So it's very easy. So what I'm trying to say is it's going to happen. A lot of people say this to me. Maryjane, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm so scared about negative comments. And I always say that it's going to happen. It's the internet. You are going to get negative comments. Somebody's going to pick you apart. Why does your face look like that? Why do you sound like that? Why do your teeth look like that? Why does your, you know, eyebrows look like that? Why do you dress like this? What, or even deeper things. They might come at you as a person, you know. But I would say that it literally doesn't mean anything. I've been on the other end of a lot of negative comments and a lot of hate, and I would say it has had um, literally no effect. I don't know what their end game is. Some people are just negative just to be negative. Some people are negative because they want to tear you down. And I guess some people, it makes them run away. Like they run away. They quit because they can't handle it, but it has not caused me to do that. I've not hidden from anything. Their end game is attention. Right. Yeah, you're totally right. They want to be in the comments. They want to get attention. They want their comment liked. They want people to jump on their bandwagon because misery loves company. um, totally. And it makes them feel better about themselves, right? You never meet a hater that's doing better than you. And they're always going to be around. Um, but Audrey, I would say that you should never, 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 never let that stop you doing from something you want to do. Never. So I can't say that you're not going to get haters. I think that it comes with the territory. Ballerina Farm was just saying this the other day. I don't know if you guys know who Ballerina Farm is, but she's a big, big influencer, and she gets a lot of hate. A lot of people, all she does is post cooking videos, and people go after her and her family. See, that's one thing that I don't even know how she handles because it's just me. So if somebody wants to say something negative, it just has to be about me, which I love because I keep my personal life off the internet, where she has her whole family on the internet. So people come at her husband and her kids, and I don't know how she puts up with it. She has 8 kids. I don't know how she puts up with people talking about her children and about her and about her husband, because I feel like that's enough to make me not even want to be on the internet. But if somebody's just coming at me, I can handle that. You know, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, anyways. So my advice, Audrey, is not to hope that you won't get negative comments. The more you grow, if you grow your YouTube channel and it grows big, you're gonna get them. But I would say, who the heck cares? It does not have, unless you let it, it can't have an effect on you. But it's not necessarily fun to get random people you don't know, uh, trying to bring you down. But um, my girl, you're just caught on. And yes, I'm going to save this live. Thanks so much. I know you guys are like doing work and school and everything like that, but I'm always looking. I'm like, where are my friends? My friends are here. I love you guys so much. The first part of this live stream, I was just saying that the vibes were, I didn't see any of my friends, and people were being a bit negative and mean. And I'm looking in the chat. I'm like, where are my friends? Where are my friends? Where's my where are my people? And so I love you guys so much. Are macadamia nuts healthy? Oh my gosh, macadamia nuts are literally one of the healthiest things ever. They're so full of fat. Anything full of that natural fat, like olive oil, like macadamia nuts, like avocado, it's packed with healthy fat, is so good for your skin and hair. More hugs to you. Love you. I literally get the feels when I see you guys. I'm like, oh, my friends. But yeah, macadamia nuts also, listen, here's the thing about macadamia nuts. We love gray hair. I never, ever, ever want to make it seem like there's something wrong with gray hair, like it's ugly. Gray hair is beautiful. I especially love when people totally go gray, like they completely go gray. I think that's beautiful. But I definitely do want to keep my hair this color as long as I possibly can. I haven't had grays yet. Um, but the thing about macadamia nuts is they're packed with copper. Copper is the thing that when you lose it, that is what makes your hair turn gray. Copper makes melanin that is used in your hair color. Am I making sense? So when you are low in copper, your hair turns gray, right? So anyways, macadamia nuts are packed with copper, so it prevents gray hairs. Yeah, it keeps your hair shiny and really pigmented for a long time. Copper is amazing. What are other good sources of copper are red meat. So I love red meat. Liver. I know liver. A lot of people don't like liver. But yeah, it's not like I like liver either, but liver is packed with copper. Macadamia nuts are packed with copper. Um, Copper is what keeps your hair shiny and pigmented. And one of the highest things are the macadamia nuts. Cameron, is there a McDonald's in Africa? You know what's funny? I asked when I was in Ethiopia, and thank you so much, Cameron. Um, I'm looking up this. Yeah. Um, when I was in Ethiopia, I asked my friend Giannis. If you guys watch the vlogs, you know who Giannis is. I asked him, listen, did he know what McDonald's was? And he said he never heard of it. I literally, it was like a life moment. I was like, you don't know what McDonald's is? He's like, no, what is it? I love when humans on Earth exist that don't know what McDonald's is. Because they don't have any in Ethiopia. Shine's going, okay, we'll be playback tonight. Alright, see you later, girl. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love you! Yeah, they don't really have McDonald's in some countries they do, but in some countries they don't. And I literally asked my friend Giannis, I said, do you know what McDonald's is? He literally said, no, what is that? I just sat there. I said, I'm going to soak this moment in. I love that there's humans on the earth that McDonald's hasn't gotten to them yet. I explained it to him. And he's like, oh yeah, us Ethiopians, we wouldn't eat that. I said, right. The Ethiopians, they don't want that crap. They want the injera and all that. How many macadamia nuts is too many? Asking for a friend. Okay, listen, let's be real. Let's be real. The macadamia nuts are high in calorie. Very high in calories. So you gotta be careful. They're like dates. You have to be so careful with them because they're addicting. So I would say a handful. Have a handful of nuts is always a good amount of nuts. A handful. How many ever fit in your hand? That's the perfect amount you should have for your body. So yeah, macadamia nuts, they're no joke. They're really fatty. That is good though for your skin and your hair. It keeps your hair juicy, your skin juicy, and it gives you that healthy protein and copper that your hair needs to prevent gray hairs. But yeah, be careful. I would say that's my rule of thumb with nuts. How many ever fit in my hand in a fistful is the perfect amount to eat. But yeah, other than macadamia nuts, they're packed with copper. So are cashews. Cashews have a lot of copper. Copper is what keeps your hair rich in color. Um, if you see gray hairs, that means your body is losing copper. So copper is in cashews as well. It's also in red meat. That's why I love red meat. Beef liver is like literally packed with copper. But I know beef liver is not necessarily a delicious thing for a lot of people. And dark leafy greens. So like anything green that is dark green, like spinach or kale, is also, somebody just screamed, is also packed with copper. And sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. Oh, I'm gonna hit you with one more. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is packed with copper. Copper is what keeps your hair from turning gray. As we age, our body naturally loses copper, but it doesn't have to. You can keep your body with high copper levels with macadamia nuts, dark chocolate, beef, and dark greens, like dark greens. They have lots of copper in them. Keeps your hair a nice. Some people ask me what color do I dye my hair. I would never dye my hair. Never. I would never dye my hair because that is putting tons of chemicals. Never. This is my hair color. I think whatever hair color you have is the most beautiful hair color on you, right? I almost went up to her. I saw this girl, was it last week? I feel like I was seeing an angel. I've never seen somebody. This girl was just beautiful, and she had long red. She looked like an angel. She had long red hair all the way down her back, the most beautiful red color you would ever see in your entire life. And she was like eating a handful of nuts, like macadamia nuts. And I almost went up to her and asked her, like, what nuts are you eating? Because I was about to go buy them. She was probably eating macadamia nuts. I just saw her like eating nuts, and I was like, that's why her hair's beautiful. That was why her hair was beautiful. It was what she was eating. I mean, she was probably born with the beautiful hair, but you could just tell this girl was eating macadamia nuts and Greek yogurt. I already knew. I didn't even ask her, but I was this close to asking her. But I saw her eating the nuts, and I was like, that's why. I already knew nuts were healthy for your hair, though. They are. They're full of fat. Have you ever in the past wanted locks? No, thank you. No, not for me. I like them on other people, though, but no, not my thing. I like, I notice you like green colored foods. I love, do I love green colored foods? What green colored foods do I like? Other than avocado and greens. I like green colored foods. Sure, I like green colored foods. I like food in general. I'm a foodie. I can sit, like, you guys know if you watch the live streams regularly, I can sit here and talk about food the whole live stream. Oh, Liana. Oh, thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much, sister. I just saw your message. Thank you so much. An angel donated $70. Thank you, angelic angel person. Thank you so much. If you're watching and if you can hear me, I replied to you with a heart. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I like locks on other people. Actually, I think that there are people who know. I feel like my brother had locks for a long time, and then he said it's so hard to keep up. Like he had to keep, and my brother has red hair, and I really liked it on him. I feel like a lot of you guys have seen my brother. He's got very bright red hair, and when he had locks, I think it looks so nice on him, but even he said that you had to keep getting them locked up so often, and it's intense keep up. And I really like my hair texture. I think my hair texture is, I really like it. That's one reason I stopped straightening my hair, is because I finally liked my hair texture. It took me years, like literally it took me 28 years to finally like my hair, like this hair that grows out of my head. So I don't want to change it at all, because it already took me so long to actually like the hair that grew out of my head. I always wanted to straighten it. So yeah, I wouldn't do locks because I just feel like it took me so long to fall in love with my natural hair the way it is. And I like one of my favorite things at the end of the day is getting in the shower and just having the water run through my hair. That's like my favorite part of the day. I just stand under the shower and I just let the water run on my head every day or whatever. It's like my favorite part of the day. So I feel like you can't do that when you have locks, right? You like can't get your hair wet that often. I'm gonna do 20 more minutes on this live stream. I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you guys so much. You have no idea how you made my day, especially because the first part of the live stream felt so cold, and I don't know. The vibes are weird. And like my friend showed up and it's like, God sent you guys here. I love you guys so much. But I'm gonna do 15 more minutes of the live stream because my laptop is about to die. So I don't want it to die like in mid-sentence. So, Deb, thank you so much. Love you. Um, I'll probably answer this question and then wrap this up. What was the hardest lesson you've ever had to learn from God? The hardest lesson I had ever had to learn from God is when um, I had to look in the mirror and stop blaming other people for my problems, and I had to learn that that nobody was gonna come rescue me. God came and rescued me, but the thing about God when He rescues you is He'll give you the tools and He'll protect you and He'll forgive you and He'll help you, but He wants you to stand on your own 2 feet. So, um, I feel like the hardest lesson I ever learned from God is when He put the mirror in my face and He told me to stop blaming other people, and that I had to choose. I had to choose if I was going to keep going the way I was going, which was not godly. Even though I always called myself a Christian, I didn't always act like one. And I was very much a self pitying person. I felt bad for myself all the time. I thought I was some kind of victim because I had a rough childhood. I told you guys that I had a childhood from hell. Um, and so I always walked around with a chip on my shoulder. And you got to get rid of that. You can't have that. Call yourself a Christian and live a meaningful life. And the thing is, I learned with God is like it's not like life gets better, but it doesn't get easier with Him by any means. And I had to realize, man, I really have to face myself, and I'm not. You can't wait for something. Like you can't wait for life to get. It's never going to get it. You can't sit and wait for some miracle. Or you got to get up. You got to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and it's scary. But that was one of the greatest lessons I ever learned from God. Is like stop blaming other people, and you got to take life for what it is. It's life. It's hard, but so what? I hope that makes sense. I tried to boil. You know, I could go into depth with that, but I'm trying to boil it down to something that sounds, is a little bit more quick because I don't want my laptop to die. But I hope that made sense. Also, I had to learn you can't do things the wrong way and expect God to bless your disobedience. Great eyebrows. Thank you so much, Deb. This is redemption for the eyebrow comment. Thank you so much. He gave Elijah some food and a nap and made him keep going. Siobhan, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I feel like so many of us are like, we're waiting like for God to give us some miracle or some sign. No, 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 no. God's like, I'm here with you, but you're the one who you got to get up and yeah, it's scary. It's so scary and it's not easy, but you're so right, and that's exactly what He did with me. He's like, you got to go. You. But I'm here. It ain't easy. I love you guys so much. I'm so scared my laptop's gonna die and then it's just gonna cut off because we're on 5%. So I don't know what that means. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna save this live. I hope you guys come back tomorrow because I'm gonna go live again tomorrow. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Misery absolutely loves company. Don't listen to mean, angry people. They need their diaper changed. I love you guys so much. I love you, Cam. Thank you, everybody who tunes in. I'm so afraid my laptop's gonna die, so I'm gonna hurry up and sign off so it doesn't die, so it doesn't get me before I end this live stream. I'll be back tomorrow if you guys have time. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.